roster of folks here to show you off some incredible Smash. I am Jen the Jake God. I am joined by
Ziggy, as always, and I'm absolutely stoked. We have the privilege of bringing in this event right now. We've got the quad stream, more action for us to show to you.
so much action.
So much action. And it's the PNW. We've got some stacked talent here. It is just starting off today with some insane matches that we're going to be seeing today.
We got people
Yeah.
from all over the world coming in. I mean, this is just going to be an incredible show for pretty much anybody. If you are interested in Smash, you are not tuning in this weekend, you're messing up. Because, you know, just in this pool, we have essentially what could be a major by itself. You know, we're going to have all kinds of incredible players. Let's just take a quick roll through. We got Akala, Ludo, Ray, Zan, Sama, Subo, Justice, Sawstep, Riddles, Beastly, Ashimo, Krieg, JDV, Mudace, Geist, Peanut, Xavier, Meki, Stocktaker 69, Luis, Apollo Kage, Aaron, Jojo the Hobo, Pack Stream. Like just a star-studded cast. And we're in round 1 of 4 of these pools. And it's just going to be so much energy, so much Smash Bros. Probably more than any one person could handle. But luckily, we got 2 people here right now.
And we're going to be doing our absolute best out here to make sure that you're catching all the action.
Absolutely. So, this, like we said, this is going to be a quad stream. So, we're going to try to be mostly focusing on one match at a time. If we see something cool on another thing, we'll probably pop over. But given there's 4 matches happening at the same time, don't expect us to constantly just be looking around being like, oh, we're going to catch every match. If you want to watch a match, if you want to watch one of those other matches that's going on, feel free to watch it. That's good on you. But like we said, we can't take care of it. But we are going to be here with a good time. I was looking at some of these matches. Some of the ones that I'm most looking forward to are obviously going to be the ones that are making it out of pools. You know, the contest to make it into that coveted top 128 slot on the next day. And I think that there are some matches I want to highlight personally that I was looking through. So first off, we've got SkyJ versus Sal Gonza. So Sal Gonza, you know, from Northern California, one of my favorite players to watch in the area, and he's wins on Luis, he has wins on just basically every top player in NorCal. But he doesn't travel very often. I think this is his biggest out-of-state major. He's played in Genesis, but I think this is his first time out of there, and that is something that I'm looking forward to seeing. He's on the Game & Watch, and yeah, it's just going to be really cool.
There have been a number of players like that have showed up to Port's Priority specifically. Just last night we had Silver, who typically does not leave the Canada area very much for majors, got top 8 at the pre-local, which is crazy.
That is actually something I was curious about because I saw them in top 8 Winterside.
Yeah.
But I didn't know who they were.
Yeah, they're from, they previously lived in BC, have come to a couple of BC tournaments. For the most part, they're landlocked to Canada. They play Pitt, they play Wii Fit Trainer, and they went absolutely off the other day.
Yeah, because that's Silver is that's really cool. Yeah, I mean, it was Wii Fit Trainer in Pitt.
Yeah.
What a fucking combo.
Wow. Definitely some matchup inexperience there playing. But that's just the great part about this insane tournament is we get all these people coming out that you don't normally get to see. So it's awesome we have someone from California. Who does this player main?
They play Game & Watch.
Game & Watch, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So that's also like a relatively tough matchup for SkyJ. So that's another thing where I'm like, this might be a little spicy.
That could be a spicy matchup. I'm definitely interested in that. I think one of you were listing off player after player, character after character.
Lots of stuff going on.
What's
what
crazy
do you want to hear about?
Is there are people that you did not list that just didn't make. They're not in the top 4 of their pool. They might not make it out of pools today.
They might, but you know, on the other hand, there's a lot of potential for upsets in this tournament. I feel like the scale of it makes it a lot harder for some players. Like some people are just going to be naturally adjusted to the nerves, to the ability to just play on this larger scale and to handle the stress of these brackets. So I'm interested to see how that goes down.
Yeah, and we have just a couple more minutes to wait until we see. I see a lot of pool captains trying to get their players in gear. Some people starting to take the stand, plug in their controllers up here. So
yeah,
quad stream starting just a moment.
By the way,
here.
chat, I have just pulled you up on the side here. I should be able to see you if my internet starts working. No, you got to use all the internet for the advertisements. Thank you, Amazon. No, okay, we back. But anyway, if you want to say what's up to me, if you want to say something in chat, we will be taking a look at you on the side, and we're gonna be listening.
So say what's up in there. Oh no, it's gone again.
Yeah.
Internet here, man.
If
Internet
we,
here.
if we happen to miss an important upset,
Yeah.
some feedback,
Let us
by
know.
all means, let us know. Keep that chat going.
Wait, there's no chat only option anymore? Why is this
Oh, it's
doing this?
grayed out. Maybe that's just Twitch. It's just Twitch being Twitch.
Wow. Okay. We'll see what we can do. But for now, we are going to chill a little bit. It looks like we have some players sitting down, like you said, pulling out the controllers. This is one of the parts of the bracket where before everything gets rolling, or at the beginning of the day, a lot of things to handle. But yeah. All right. So looking at our pools here, I really want to see Subo Subo play from Japan. Wait, let me look up this.
Yeah, it would be an absolute travesty if we don't get any Akola on stream, even in pools.
We'll probably get
probably
at least
get an
one
Akola.
Akola set, right?
We got to get at least one. You have to imagine. There are certain couple of players that you would kind of expect to just steamroll their opponent, especially in pools. But it's kind of fun to watch them steamroll their opponent, right? I love watching Riddles Kazuya just kind of like make the game look so easy.
Yeah.
So-
Oh man, when Riddles like, I don't want to say autopilots, but when he like steamrolls a pool like that, it's just so funny to watch because you're like, the opponent is just like, oh, what do I do? It's like nothing.
Nothing.
There's nothing. You're just
You did your
outplayed,
best.
outskilled. Yeah. Oh man. But Suba Suba Joker is the Japanese Jokers, I feel like, are doing things a little bit differently than a lot of the Jokers we have in the U.S. And Suba Suba is somebody who I wanted to have a look out for because he's a very unknown quantity here. There's some of the top Japanese players like Akola and Mia obviously have come over here, wrecked shop, absolutely demolished, and we know how good they are. But some of these Japanese players who are like, in the high tiers of Japan, but just don't travel as much. We're gonna see them here. That's gonna be really cool to see. I mean, I'm just excited for just the entire the World Cup of Smash. This is the World Cup of Smash. This is the theme of the day.
Yeah, the international talent out here is absolutely incredible. I think I saw the statistic is like 17 out of the top 20 players in the world are here. People are comparing the tournament to Civil War,
Yeah.
which is very well known as a huge Japanese presence tournament. I'm so excited to get some of these matches going for sure. See,
There we
A
go.
good-
Finally
good
was
crowd.
able to put chat only.
Yeah. Good
Not
crowd
using up all the
gathering
bandwidth. All right. But yeah, I mean, this is I am sad I haven't been able to see chat yet. We'll see chat soon. Don't worry. But the players are sitting down. I don't recognize any of them. This is going to be a problem for the pools matches. I feel like I can recognize probably 3/4 of the people in the top 128. But when it's pools at an out-of-state major for me, I'm like,
you're like, wait, you don't know Bryn K. Leo over there? You don't know Smash God 62?
Stocktaker 69 though.
Oh, my goat.
Yeah,
My
love
goat.
Stocktaker 69.
I think some hidden lore, because we do have JoJo in one of these pools.
Yes.
His tag used to be Smash Bros. Fan 420 or 69 or something like that
Classic.
for a long time.
I've commentated him when he was on that tag. I was like, who is this? Oh, it's JoJo. Okay.
I remember running into him early on in a pool and being like, oh, I'm playing against Smash Bros. Fan next. This should be easy. And my girlfriend behind me, I got absolutely destroyed. I'm like, what?
Man.
Only in
Who dis?
Seattle.
Come on.
Unfair.
That's how it'd be for sure. I mean, those we had XX Boontai fan 420 or whatever it was. Oh man.
Oh, checking Twitter and seeing that Winnie the Pooh
Skinny the
Skinny
Pooh.
the Pooh beat
But
MK
that's
Leo. And you're
like
what?
his actual tag though.
Yeah, and
That's his actual tag.
and that's awesome. Good
Yeah.
for him. But again, just a funny
Just
funny
like, oh.
tag. Yeah. Okay. Nothing like Skinny the Pooh beating MK Leo.
Hey man, they built different out here.
And that's just the glory of pools sometimes. You don't really expect some of these big upsets, and you might still get them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely in pools where I feel like a lot of times the unseen action happens. The things that are like, who beat who?
Yeah.
And that's what the quad stream is for, right? That's really to catch those extra upsets, those extra things where you're just like, oh man, where did this come from? Who? Like how?
Lots of majors. They'll run the single stream. You got one setup that you can watch, and you get the best action.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you miss a lot of 6 sets.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
we've got
the
5.
2 streams sometimes, that's the way a lot of things go. But 5, that's optimal in my
That's
opinion.
optimal. I love seeing it. Oh my! Oh my God! All right,
We recognize one person.
I recognize
Let's
someone on the
go!
stage. This is awesome. Okay, so on the quad stream right now, we've got we've got Pekwek taking the
Pekwek,
stand. Pekwek
yeah.
is a local Zelda here in Seattle, but a good player, you know, like a 2-and-2er for sure. But for some reason at majors goes absolutely insane.
She pops off at majors.
Pops off,
Let's
off,
go.
and also consistently gets put on stream. So this is going to be really funny to watch.
There we go.
I'm
Definitely excited for Pekwek.
Very excited, especially Zelda is one of those characters that you run into, and either you kind of stomp them if you get them in your pool, or you're like, oh my, do I not know how to play against Zelda? This is crazy.
Yeah, let's see. All right, I can look it up. Snackwater is her opponent.
Ooh, interesting. And
Don't-
so we are seeing Pekwek seeded to take this one. So,
Yep.
but sometimes you got someone with the name like Snackwater. You're like, maybe they're underseeded. Maybe you just don't know who Snackwater is.
Dude, I feel like what was it Colorado 8 or something like that?
Yeah.
Just consistently got underseeded because they had a number in their name.
Yeah.
I swear, just because of that. And I think that the age of that has somewhat ended, but it was definitely there for a while.
Colorado 8, the Inkling player, right?
Inkling,
very
yeah,
talented,
yeah.
very talented.
Really, really good.
Yeah, no, you throw
That's
a
on
number
Luis.
in your name and it looks a little silly. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
If it was MK Leo 72, that would just look ridiculous.
Yeah, just MK just MK7.
MK7.
That's the one we're on right now, right? Or is it 8?
I mean, I think 1 or Mario Kart or Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
They've rebooted the whole thing.
It's,
We're
oh,
on
it's
1
Mortal
now.
Kombat 1,
yeah.
right? Yeah. It's like the Xbox One.
But it's also like the 21st Mortal Kombat game or something like that. So like, whatever.
That's what happens when you have a series that goes on too long. It just makes like infinite things. That is one thing I do like about Smash is like every iteration is like distinct and impactful.
So distinct.
Versus like you have all these other games where they've got 30 iterations of the same game, and it's just like, all right, well, who cares? Who cares about the 30th version of the game? And sometimes people do.
Yeah.
But I think we do have a Washington off here. Snackwater appears to be from
Bellingham.
which-
Oh, my
is it?
hometown.
Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't you from there?
That's great.
cool.
I have moved since, so Snackwater might be a new up-and-comer.
There we go.
I have no idea. This will be an interesting thing to watch for sure. But again, a Washington team kill. There's going to be a lot of those.
Yeah,
it's a Washington
it's a
tournament.
Washington major. And okay, the transition has come. I believe we're going to see all of the putting in the controls thing. And I think we're just waiting for them to get started, and we can take a look at all these names.
Yeah, we're seeing who can put in
Shaking
the
your head
controls
over
the
there.
fastest.
Snackwater versus Pekwek, Nans versus Mishuns, Tree Stand versus Vati, and Kirash versus Mario Man. Oh, we got do you think Mario Man plays Mario, or does he play some like random thing?
You know
like
what?
Kirby.
I have a feeling they're going to be like a Terry player.
Yeah, just a tear.
Yeah.
That's the vibe you're getting. All right,
That's the
I'm
vibe.
in,
It would
I'm
be
in.
great if we saw Mario. I love when someone is that dedicated to their man. They're like, yeah, it's part of my tag. Sonic's.
Because that would be a Mario Bro like off because Kirash plays Luigi.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. All right, we'll have to see. We are seeing our first match
Oh
start.
my gosh, a match just started. We're in here, folks. This is going to be the first match of. Oh, we have 2 Incineroars
two
on
Inci-
screen.
same skin,
Wow.
too.
What a way to go! But yeah, our first match of the tournament: Nans versus Mishuns.
And
Take it
do
away,
you
Ziggy.
know either of these characters, or either of these players here?
I feel like Nans is a familiar name, but I think I'm thinking of a different Nans. So I don't think it's them because I looked around and I don't see the person that I know.
Possibly not. Yeah, we've got 3 of our 4 matches going right now. And yeah, Nans versus Mishuns, it's going to be an interesting one purely because this is not a very favorable Incineroar matchup.
Oh yeah, they definitely hate it, but it's one of those things where Incineroar can kind of always do it. We've looked at, we've seen SkyJ just be like, okay, this matchup sucks, but at the same time, I can just kill you in a couple interactions, and I feel like this is going to be. This entire screen right now is going to be the killing in a couple interaction screen because we got Donkey Kong on one side, Incineroar on the other, Incineroar, and then obviously Luigi is definitely a character known for killing in the fewest possible interactions. One.
Sometimes you get grabbed, and that's the whole game. Mario Man, also interesting, plays Rory. Bit of a misleading name there, if I do
Rory.
say.
I think it's way more rare nowadays to see a player who actually plays the character that their name is a part of. Like, Sonic's is the exception, not the rule.
And you know what? We respect Sonics for that. A lot of Sonics haters out there in the world, and I'm here to say there's at least one reason to like him.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mario Man taking the first stock
Yeah,
off
this is
Kirash.
a little bit surprising. I mean, Kirash definitely one of the top seeds, one of the seeds to make it out of the pool entirely. So Mario Man starting off a little hot versus Kirash, and perhaps having that boost of not picking Mario against his brother.
Not having to worry about the sibling matchup going on there. Kirash does even it up, but I do think Roy, got the disjoints, which is Luigi's will complain about left, right, and center, right?
Yeah, disjoints, but at least Roy like bites you.
Yes.
There's a lot of characters. Oh no, just checking out that that left side. We saw the Incineroar up B spike Vati at like 20%, and that's always like a completely horrible thing to see. I remember seeing Magister versus Zomba, like some random crew battle a long time ago. Killed Zomba at 0%, just up-being him, just cheesing him when Magister was at like 170%.
Yeah, that up B spikes deceptively soon. It's a feat.
It literally kills at 0.
It does.
If you get the right hit.
Very common Incineroar combo is that up air, up B, and that'll kill pretty much everyone in the cast. Speaking of kills, though, Nan's evening things up in the top left corner here. It's still a bit of a mountain to climb, and it might not be doable, not with that DI.
Unfortunate, yeah. Rob's up air, man. Rob's up air is certainly something that it's just so hard to know what the right DI is.
Sometimes you feel like you've got the right DI, and you end up dying like 30% earlier than you thought you were going to die.
I was sure I was right. Let's go. Unlocking that, whatever that was. Love to see it.
Vati, back throw.
Pekwek up there. Up
Ooh.
3 stocks to 1. Let's go, Pekwek.
Yeah, Pekwek, again, just kind of a monster at Majors. So this is what I would expect to see, especially, has some Ness experience. We've got plenty of those in the PNW.
Yeah, definitely a plague. Wait, I thought this was No Ness November. What happened?
Yeah, whoa.
Whoa.
I was pretty sure Scott banned this, but I guess not.
Guess not.
Looking at the bottom right corner here, Mario Man does even up the stock count. This is a really close game. 4 minutes have gone by, mind you, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see if Mario Man can keep it going or if Kirash was just sort of, working on cold hands. That does happen at the beginning of the day, and sometimes, a player comes in a little hotter than expected and has it catches you off guard, but it seems like Kirash is cleaning up at the moment, just almost completely untouched on his final stock.
yeah, definitely a 10 a.m. pools moment. Hold on, though, things are getting a little bit, bit scary. Doesn't save the jump, able to get back there, but this is still super doable, especially for Roy. We've talked about the explosive characters we see on this screen. Oh, that's certainly one of them.
yeah, that catch with the Cyclone. It's something that you always have to be careful of.
Ooh.
Just watching when he's going for different catches on the down throw. If you DI away, you'll get hit with the back air. If you DI in, you'll get hit with the Cyclone. But that time it was just like, I think that was no DI. So
yeah, it's a bit of a 50-50. Pekwek ends up taking that game number 1, and we've seen Nance actually switch to Falco here, and it's going a lot better for him.
yeah, I think that's a good choice.
Against Rob especially. Rob is one of those training character combo videos,
Yeah,
like you
yep.
want to throw Rob in there, so you're like, oh, what can I do with my character? Like, what combos can I find? And he's just so big.
The answer is all of them.
All of them,
all
yeah.
of your combos work on Rob. Yeah, but I think that it's one of the things about majors, and especially in the early rounds, is a lot of your opponents are going to be an unknown quantity. So you're going to like maybe have a character that you play in certain matchups, but you don't necessarily know what your opponent's going to play, because sometimes people just they don't have any online data. You don't know who they are. Oh, just a
that
huge
was
early kill.
Disgusting.
Yeah, unfortunate, but I mean, it happens. It happens for Nance sometimes, but he's answering back.
Evens it up. Got the gyro in hand. Do we think Nance knows? No. I was going to say he might know some item combos, but when you throw it down immediately, that's basically playing your hand. You're like, I actually don't know what to do with this item.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things where Rob counterplay with the gyro is that was almost certainly supposed to be a reflector, but
Ooh.
down air, double jump down air. Oh, he's gonna die for this one. Unfortunate for Nance. Really wanted it.
I love the attempt there. You got to respect that. Oh, Vati's got him in an interesting situation there. Doesn't end up killing. That is a really close bottom left game there.
Yeah, checking out Vati versus Tree Stand right now, and gets the side B, but not quite enough. That whip not strong enough. Like, The counter
Ooh.
into the forward. Good DI away on the counter.
Yeah, not many people are ready for that, so that's a little bit of Vati knowledge there, but you're not going to, nothing knowledge-wise is going to save you from that Incineroar
And
forward air.
if you notice, we have a couple 2-0s on the screen, but the tournament still lives on because this is an all best of 5 tournament. So make sure to watch out for that, as I feel like that is something that's going to stop a lot of the upsets that are potentials to happen. Is just this best of 5.
Certainly. We're seeing Pekwek also join the 2-0 territory up there against Snackwater. And Nans figured the Falco wasn't actually working out for him and wanted to try something else out. So we're seeing Samus join the screen.
Try number 3 here.
Yeah.
What do you think about this character choice, third one?
So I think Falco was definitely the better of the 3 options we've seen so far in terms of character. Just because combo-wise, it's fantastic. It's an absolute dream for Falco. I think the reason you want to switch to Samus here is purely you're not feeling comfortable and you want to just have an easier game plan, right? We're just going to zone. We're going to throw out these projectiles. We're going to keep you at bay. And you don't have to worry so much about the 10 a.m. execution test.
Yeah, and almost an insane combo there for Mario Man in the bottom right, but Kiyorash was able to use that invincibility of the Cyclone to get out of that problem, and still just keeping this really, really far in advantage for Kiyorash. But here's a grab, and there we go.
No,
Taking him on a ride. Not going to be a full 0 to death, but a solid 84%.
He really wanted it to be a full 0 to death, trying to go out with that down air. It doesn't quite land, but yeah, this is a fully different game than we saw from game number 1. Kiyorash took game number 2 really quickly and is continuing that lead here in game number 3.
Absolutely. And over on Pekwek versus Snackwater, it seems on FD, Snackwater's been doing a lot better. It seemed like the first 2 games were a little bit of a wash, but now with that up smash, finds himself in the first bit of a lead against her.
Yeah, that's a big start, and unable to find these the sweet spots on this forward and back air for Pekwek.
The constant struggle of Zelda, just trying to find a kill off of your hitboxes that don't always quite work.
It's one of the most frustrating characters to get in randoms because unless you play Zelda, it feels impossible to actually get that sweet spot. But you might not need the sweet spot if you've got Reginald. That's what Pekwek calls that. Reginald, the Phantom.
Interesting.
There are a lot of Zeldas that will name their Phantom, and so
is that a Subnautica reference?
I gotta
ask Pekwek.
Yeah.
There's a fish in Subnautica called Reginald. The fish is just straight up called Reginald. No explanation. Its just name is Reginald. And I want to know if that's a reference for that.
It's just a funny name.
It is a funny name.
Like objectively, no offense to any Reginalds in chat. It's just a funny name. You hear Reginald and you're like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah. I'm giggling. I'm giggling at Reginald.
And Tristan, wow, with a 3-0 over Vati.
Similar in the bottom right, Kiyorash getting that 3-0 as well. Moving on past Mario Man. That momentary blip at the beginning, not gonna end up resulting in any bracket differential.
Which is a shame. I do like that we're having best of 5 for everything. It's gonna make the upset thread a little bit
less
interesting.
Yeah.
But I mean, competitive-wise, people are really excited for it for a reason.
Yeah, definitely something that's a new innovation in the major industry. Just that all best of 5 CACT really changing the game here with that.
Yeah, and we've got CACT out here to help with the best of 5, I think.
Yeah, we do.
Flowing out the man himself. I'm looking at this Pekwek Snackwater game. Things are really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Snackwater, for the first time, basically all set, has a lead and, barely gets caught by that up B.
Yeah, so that's something that...
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. That one's always fake.
That was a fake kill screen.
That's always
one
fake.
of the faker ones.
But one of the things about the yo-yo when you're playing as Zelda is using that beefy up B is super important. Just going past the ledge, getting a hitbox out there to hit the nest. It's something that is the main source of counterplay. We do see another 3-0 up there and a third 3-0 right now, and I believe that was quad 3-0.
Yeah, that is a quad 3-0.
12-0 on the quad.
Which is
first
surprising because there were some competitive moments in those games.
Yeah, the Tristan versus Vati match was really competitive. That last game, Pekwek versus Snackwater, was. I got to ask her, Pekwek, your Phantom's name is Reginald?
Ricardo.
Okay.
Natania's is Reginald. My bad.
Natania's is Reginald. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
You can see how I get
Lying
that
to me.
confused. You
He's
can see how I
lying to
get
me
that
over here.
confused. All right, yeah, so we're seeing our matches all finishing at 3-0, and all of these seats are emptying at the same time.
I'm
Great
sure.
way to start the event.
I'm sure they'll be filled quickly. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was actually one of the most I don't know, coordinated finishes of 4 sets on a quad stream I've ever seen. It's just like, all right, we all sit down, we all 3-0, we all leave. It's almost like they had a pact, you know?
And they spaced out just enough that we could catch the ends of those last games. We saw Kirash finish. We saw the Incineroar Donkey Kong game. I've already forgot their names.
Tree stand.
Tree Stand, yeah.
And I forgot the other person.
Well, we know Tree Stand won.
Vati,
Yeah,
Tree
Vati,
Stand
yeah,
Vati.
that's it.
Yeah.
And then Pekwek taking it 3 over Snackwater. Very impressive stuff here. We're going to get some new gamers up to the stands, but clearly the Samus switch was not working against the Rob.
And while we're chilling here, while we're waiting, we have a couple tournaments you can check out right there and right there. Oh yeah, I can flip my footing. LMBM, Luminosity makes moves. This time big. This time not in Miami. This time back in New York, and this is going to be an incredible tournament. Obviously, just already a star-studded roster. One of the biggest ways to start off the year, and you get a little bit of a discount, $5 off using the code YUR.
You're. We love that. That's a New York classic right there.
Yeah, Max is out for the event, for this event, so it's gonna be it's cool to see him out here on the West Coast. Normally, somebody who's relegating himself to those big East Coast events, running them, but he's here. He's gonna be commentating today and tomorrow, so awesome to see him. And then additionally, we got Collision 2024, the heroes versus villains, sort of a little bit of a Civil War-esque vibe. I know people always like to bring up that 2GG Civil War, but I mean, I feel like this is one of the closest themes we've seen for that.
Yeah, it's just a little bit off. We're like, oh, it's not Civil War, which was like a heroes versus villains thing. We're just heroes versus villains.
We're just heroes versus
We're
villains.
cutting out the middleman. Yeah, we got people taking the stand. I have loved the Luminosity entrance into Smash.
Yeah.
Recently, we got the sponsoring of one of my favorite players, Big D.
Yep.
Dawson.
Love Dawson.
Love Dawson. And like so much more content pumping out. I love when esports orgs really take an interest in Smash because sometimes it can feel a little neglected.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, definitely talked to Cruci about that, and he was just like, yeah, the moment that I got into a position where I could do this, I did do this. I was like, let's go.
That's awesome.
Somebody loves the Smash scene. And that's what it's usually about in these esports orgs. Like, if they decide to become a part of the Smash scene, it's just because there's someone there who's a diehard fan of the scene, who's been through this stuff and has just experienced it and been like, I want this for the people.
Yeah.
So, loving that. Yeah, Luminosity having a big series of tournaments. Got Gommel, Luminosity makes big moves. Luminosity makes moves Miami, and Luminosity makes moves Toronto, I believe, is the other one.
Ooh, interesting.
That's going to be happening as well. I think that's the Toronto one. I don't know. I know they had a fourth tournament that they added into that series, but certainly going to be a good one to see, as well as Collision. Obviously, RJ, incredible member of the scene, always making incredible tournaments. And Collision this last year was just one of the wildest events I've seen. That was the SkyJ Grand Finals one.
Oh, it was. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really, really fun to watch. And speaking of fun, again, Luminosity at Miami, we had the return of Cola,
Yeah.
which is awesome because we have Cola here at this tournament today.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are wondering because he got top 8 at that major tournament after having not competed for a long time. We're a little curious if he's going to be able to keep it up. So
Yeah, I mean,
we'll have to see.
I'm thinking about that tweet that I read where it's like, yeah, Cola sold his Switch.
I know the tweet. I know the
Yeah,
tweet.
yeah,
I know
yeah.
the tweet.
That's
It's-
what I'm thinking about.
It's,
Oh, man.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But let's see if that'll pay off for a second tournament in a row. I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's something that a lot of people are thinking about for this event coming in. But yeah, I mean, this is. Let's see. Who do we have sitting down?
We have David, who I do know is, I believe, lives in Bellevue, so around Seattle once again. Mr. C, I've never heard of, though, so I'll have to be paying close attention. Am I looking over on the left here? No, I thought I saw somebody else entirely taking the stand. For just a moment in the bottom left, that guy looked like Kasai, and I was like, no way, I get to commentate all my friends today. That's awesome.
I mean, being a local, you're going to have a lot more opportunities to commentate the homies, right? Like, this is going to be, the chance where you get to see all your friends, and maybe they'll do great against the Invaders, maybe they won't, but you'll get to be there with them nonetheless.
And that's why they hired me,
Yeah.
for sure. They've like, oh, this guy's got a lot of friends in the PNW. He's going to be able to talk about the PNW matchups we see here, and that's actually my only value.
Yeah.
Like, this guy just knows PNW people. We'll get him out.
You're a good commentator. You're a good. Don't sell yourself short.
No, this is a treat. I'm really excited to watch more of these matches coming up here. We've got people figuring out controls, the switch setups. But David, despite the fact that I should by all means know him, we're in group chats together. I can't remember who he plays for the life of me. I cannot.
You didn't have to admit that. I wasn't going to quiz you on it. You could just be like, yeah, David, he's great. And I'll be like, cool. We'll see how it goes.
He is good, and I am now remembering he does play King K. Rool. No help at all from the screen.
That's definitely one of those things where it's like, I feel like I would never forget a King K. Rool player. Like somebody plays King K. Rool, I'm just like, oh yeah, they're a degenerate.
Yeah, they're one of those.
One of those. Like Hummingbee plays King K. Rool, and I'll never forget that.
That's
never
awesome.
forget that.
That's fantastic. Having a commentator that plays King K. Rool is just like extra. Like, you don't have to spend that much time in the game. You're like, oh, I'm just going to do King K. Rool stuff, I've learned my own thing, and we're going to be seeing Mr. C. Looks like it's
There
going to be
was a really funny thing at Regen 20 this year where Hummingbee played against one of the British commentators. Wait, who was it? Oh my God.
Don't blank.
Oh, I'm blanking on who it was. I commentated with him too. This is really bad. I'll figure it out.
It'll come.
Loading. It'll come. Anyway, played against him, and they commentated each other while trash talking. They played and commentated at the same time. So that was really fun to watch. But anyway, all right, Mr. C versus David. Let's hop into this. We're gonna have Link versus King K. Rool, a matchup we do not get to see on the big screen very often. So definitely gonna be something where there's probably some shenanigans going to occur.
Certainly, I'm really excited to watch. The difference in a good Link versus a great Link is typically how they use bomb and whether or not they're doing any kind of cool bomb setups. So I hope we see a little bit of that from Mr. C. And the difference between a good and a great King K. Rool is whether or not they win. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Did they figure out Nair?
Did they hit their opponent enough times to win the game?
That's all it
there you
takes.
go. Oh, and really interesting attempt there to cover underneath the boomerang. It's sometimes a little difficult to get under there, but you can use armored moves. Like for instance, that dash attack I think is going to be something we might see to try to go through it. But relatively even game so far. Both these players using their projectiles to sort of make sure the other one can't quite get a purchase on them. But oh wow, it's just a really aggressive slow fall down there, not even the fast fall. Ooh. And the up smash takes the first stock. Mr. C heading out to a little bit of a leader, Ziggy.
Yeah, that was kind of a pretty interesting to see. I saw David actually go for up throw against Mr. C. Link's a heavier character than you might imagine, but in my mind, if you're not going for the back throw, that shows that you're not confident you're going to get the edge guard.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised there.
That'll
Yeah, definitely just killing with that back throw. But yeah, I think the back throw would have been a really good option just to try to get that fall up Nair. Because one of the big weaknesses of Link's recovery is just his vulnerability on his head. And if you can just either stomp on him with the down air or just fall off with a Nair, it's just a really easy trade with the Nair to send him further off stage and set up an even better edge situation.
Yeah, King K. Rool has multiple spike options and is like honestly a really big threat to try to recover vertically against. So we're going to have to be seeing, we're going to see another back though. It shouldn't. Oh, it did. It did take the stock. There's no way that was excellent DI. So we'll have to be seeing whether or not Mr. C is able to take it back.
Check the direction he was holding.
I'm going to need a recount on that. Ooh, dashing attack against shield is really, really quite unsafe. And there's that down air that we were talking about. Doesn't end up finding the sweet spot, but it could have been curtains for Mr. C.
And another back air, and this is a very dangerous situation for Mr. C. David. Oh, down to what? Okay.
That was a curious option.
I feel like there's better options for sure.
I think an F tilt actually would have sealed the game there, and tries to get the down air into up smash, down air into up smash there. Doesn't land it, but speeding things up.
Even with good DI that time, not going to be enough to save you, David. Cleaning that game up after a little bit of a shaky start. Mr. C, she caught him with a couple not so great options.
I'm looking around. We see some other people kind of looking like they're ready. They've got the names made at least. Juice is, of course, I think a Falco player.
Yeah. Yeah, wait, there's multiple juices, actually.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It's
Let me see if I can
feels
find
like it'd
this
be a
juice.
common enough name.
No, this is the
Juice is
Wario
Wario.
juice.
Oh,
This is the
that's
Wario juice.
fantastic.
Yeah, I was pretty sure this was the Wario juice.
That's great. I'm main Wario, so
Oh,
this,
let's go.
I'll actually have some knowledge going into this here. But David taking game number 1, getting a best-of-5 set, and that also means that you're only getting 1 ban on a 7-stage rule set.
Oh yeah, that is
So-
something I wasn't thinking about. I was like, I don't know, that'll only matter at a certain point. I was like, wait, no, it's all best of 5. we're already hopping in. Oh, but a
Mr. C
change in
decided
links.
the issue was age, actually. So we're gonna go younger.
Yeah, a little bit of a de-aging potion taken, and unfortunately for Mr. C, not working out too well right at the beginning. Down air attempted,
Ooh.
but okay, yeah, the beefy up beat punished as well.
I love Mr. C going for the reverse on that up B, trying to like switch up the situation, get a reversal going, but
Yeah,
with Young Link especially, it's not gonna send you very far.
and it's a little bit greedy of an option because a lot of, oh my god, almost a 0 to death here for David. Just one hit that was through an armor anyway, so it barely counts. But yeah, I mean, the thing about when you're trying to reversal from off stage is you're trying to take a situation that's like negative for you and turn it into a positive for you, and it just ends up being a really committal option that lets you get punished super hard. So that's something that we want to watch out for. I think a lot of newer players go for those big turnaround options very often because it's such a huge reward if you get it. And a lot of the players are not quite as comfortable with punishing it. But
For sure. The risk reward just isn't quite there. Meanwhile, I'm actually going to redirect us to Xavier and McKiwi down in the bottom right corner. Xavier is just an incredible Wii fit from Oregon.
I love Xavier.
So, one of those like sleeping giants kind of thing where you see him at tournaments and you kind of expect him to get these big wins and you're like, oh, what? That was an upset? It shouldn't have been.
You just go on the Twitter thread and you're like, not a real upset.
Not a real upset. Exactly. Post real upsets.
Yeah, and oh man, I've been watching Xavier's Twitter recently, and he has had some absolutely filthy setups and combos. I mean, just look at this
What
right
do you-
here. Just
what
as
do
I'm
you
talking
mean?
about it, gets a really quick shield break. That shield was full. That shield was
entirely.
healthy.
Entirely.
Not anymore.
All
Deep
right.
breathing, man. That Kaioken powers you right the hell up.
All right, we got Juice and Bond playing on the top left corner here. Diddy Kong is a trouble matchup for Wario for sure, but Wario with banana in hand is a monster.
Bro.
You got to be really careful about
Bro,
getting
when
in
I
that.
see Gluto hit these insane combos off of like the banana or just any like, I feel like he uses everything so well. That one Pac-Man combo from Gluto just blew
Oh my
mind
goodness.
so hard.
You have to like really think. You're like, how can I have a brain like that? Like, how are we just so different? We're not even playing the same game. He sees it differently.
It's on a whole nother level for sure.
Entirely. So Xavier quickly taking that game. David taking game number 2. So we got some matches moving along here, but Bond taking the first stock.
Yeah, I mean that's a little bit of a surprising scenario to see. I mean, like I think it's a pretty high seed here for Juice, 112. So this and this other person, this Bond, isn't even on the top 8 seeds. of the pool.
Unseated, I believe.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, not completely
Presumably.
unseated, but like yeah, I know what you mean.
All right. But, of course, we got to consider the fact that Wario has Waft, and now the stocks are even. So, is it really even?
Yeah, Waft does not make things even. That's for damn sure.
No, it no, it does not. Especially when you got a player like Juice who certainly knows how to use it, goes really far off, and that's a stock. That's the whole thing.
Yup.
You hit Diddy Kong with no jump out there, that's curtains.
Isn't there like a multiplier when he's in his up B that like makes it so you get like a little bit more hit stop and you go further?
That wouldn't surprise me, but that would be new information.
Yeah, I think there is something that makes him go a little bit further. And okay,
my
just a double
goodness.
up tilt. Every time we see Wario's up tilting when there's a Waft out, I'm always like,
Is that it? Is that
Are
it?
we letting it rip?
Yeah, just I
Any
think
shitters in chat?
a little too low percent-wise to to see it going. All right, Bond is trying to get this game back, but this might be a little too hard, too big of a mountain to climb.
Do you find that the threat of the Waft is almost as good as the Waft itself?
Dude, honestly, sometimes I don't use it.
Yeah, you just don't use it. You just
people
are like,
people start
they're
playing
of
scared.
it. Yep.
Yeah, and it's great. You can entirely switch up because all of a sudden the things that would normally like only take some percent from there, you take some percent from up tilt.
Sure.
That's death.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're really worried about that option.
Yeah, so you can go for other options, right? You can go for like back air, forward air, down tilt, like things that wouldn't normally be hitting because they'd be ready for them, and they're trying to avoid the exact combo starters.
Yeah. And the game is almost finished up here. Bond has been unable to make things up.
Yeah, good. Get out of the corner, really like that, and gets the turnaround. Wow, using that low landing lag on the up B when you get that angle, almost Steve-esque in his recovery.
I also want to point out, Xavier has already won game 2. Xavier has won 2 games in the duration of Juice and Bond right now.
Xavier started his game just as Juice and Bond did, and yeah, finally getting that second game, that first game, finished in the top left. Wow, what a...
What? Did you look at the top right corner there? I think I saw some basketball going on with a bomb.
Oh?
Curious.
The spike hitbox for the up B. It's the funniest hitbox of the game.
It doesn't send anywhere, but it's funny.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I think Xavier has double 3-stocked Makiwi. So
and
that's Xavier is one of those people. I think there's top players where they'll go blow for you, but they'll like edge you out every time. Xavier is one of those people that if you don't explicitly take something from him, he will take everything from you.
You have to earn your percents versus Xavier, and you have to really surprise him with something.
Yeah.
Especially Wii Fit Trainer. Who really realistically has Xavier level Wii Fit Trainer experience?
NorCal?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go NorCal.
NorCal, Oregon, maybe. That's about it. Xavier's region's going to be really happy about that, but
and
otherwise.
then Maroon's region, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Maybe New York. Mr. Numbers.
Perhaps so.
Yeah, but it's not very common. Not very common at all. And this is certainly showing against Makiwi right now. Just not really comfortable. It feels like fighting Xavier. And also, sometimes you just get better player.
It is a bit of a player difference. I love seeing, you try something new. I'm going to pick a different character. Maybe that'll throw him off. Doesn't seem like it's working out right now, but I appreciate the attempt. It's like we saw the Samus, the Falco, and the Incineroar earlier.
Yeah, the 3 characters in one set. That's also a little bit of the luxury of the best of 5 is you do have, I'm not going to say a throwaway game, but a game to experiment with in this best of 5. A lot of times, you're not going to be just able to, you're not going to be able to throw the game away for nothing, but it's like if a character is going to work better, you have that opportunity to try it out without worrying too much about the L that you might take.
A little bit more freedom for sure. Also, just good value, right? You get so many more games for your game,
especially on stream. That's just entertainment value right there.
People love the more time in the limelight, right? That's fantastic.
Is the triple 3 stock going to be real? It will be the first one of the day. Xavier 41%.
Ooh, that's not going to take it.
All of Yoshi's hits kill at this point. Oh, not when they fall out of back air.
Had the right idea, trying to read the roll, but doesn't get the execution to follow up. The egg's not going to do it either.
Yeah, and
no way!
Spike, and it is the triple 3 stock.
Yeah, that's rough.
Brutal.
That's rough, buddy. Xavier somehow managing to go without losing a single stock that entire set. Moving on in the pools here.
Oh, and we have, speaking of Luminosity, the person I was talking about earlier, Cruci, is right here on the sticks.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Playing against Dominique, who, fantastic raw player,
yeah.
I believe. Yep. Indeed. So we'll have to see how that ends up going here.
Yeah, Steve versus Rob. This is going to be our first, I feel like, quote unquote real matchup of the tournament. I mean, not saying I guess Wario versus Diddy Kong is certainly a real matchup as well. But I feel like a lot of these characters are not something you see quite at the top level, whereas Steve and Rob are characters that I certainly expect to be very, very powerful meta-relevant threats all throughout the tournament.
Definitely. Both of these characters are considered very, very high on the tier list. Some people would argue either of them are the best. And
yeah, I think there's a pretty good argument for Steve, but Rob, I don't know. I feel like people always be underrating Rob for some reason.
Yeah, you run into a Rob at your regional, and you're like, wow, this character is great, actually. This person makes this character feel impossible to fight against. And Dominique is definitely one of those people who you get put in these setups, and all of a sudden you've lost a huge amount of advantage. I think he's taken 80% this one bit of disadvantage, and the whole stock is gone.
Yeah, I think that one of the key things to take out of this is just how Rob has a bunch of different options of how to play against Steve. Like, you can opt for more of the suffocation rushdown style strategy where you're denying resources, but also Rob is a character that's certainly equipped to fight fully maxed out Steve. You know, if Steve has every resource, Rob can still just, you know, break through the blocks. He can still just kill Steve with a good interaction. But okay, not gonna get the follow up for that on that up tilt that he was looking for. Still very even game so far here, Ziggy.
Yeah, we've got that gyro in hand. Are we going to see any combos from it? Not quite, but I like the attempt.
Steve doesn't have great gyro combos.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I don't. I mean, I play Steve, and I'm just not super familiar with, like, he just doesn't have the movement speed, aerial or grounded, to take a huge amount of advantage of that. A lot of characters have, like, down throw loops on him. He's just not fast enough for that. You can get like a gyro forward air or something sometimes. That's about it.
We're seeing some pick loops come through here. The percents are certainly evened up here. And the forward air spike off stage is not going to take the stock yet, especially not against Rob, who is both heavy and has an incredible recovery.
Yeah, but this is a very close match so far. I mean, Dominique, one of the higher seeds at the tournament. I think he's the 4 seed in this bracket, if I recall correctly. No, 5th seed. And yeah, this is certainly going to be a big test for him, I feel like, because Cruci, a player who is a very strong player, but just does not come out to a lot of tournaments. So I'm interested to see how he's going to do in this matchup.
So far, Cruci just not able to get anything going. He's been stuck in disadvantage for a solid 20 seconds now, and this could be it.
Oh,
the
good
up
delayed
smash.
mash, but it's still going to get caught with the up air.
What's crazy is the up smash is supposed to catch a buried opponent there. Like, that's the option for a wait, and it didn't against Steve. So that's an interesting thing to consider in the matchup.
I think it doesn't catch Steve. I'm not 100% certain about that.
Oh,
but you know
no.
it does catch Steve? A gyro combo. Oh, yeah. Just gets an up smash after this minecart. Not going to get the kill, but does give him time to get the diamond, which is very important.
But it might be just too big of a amount. No, I thought there was a whole other stock. This is super doable,
This
especially
is
with that.
Very doable.
That was a crazy early kill against Rob. 99% catches that F smash. And
very close to getting that up tilt, which would be a huge combo starter. And now
Oh,
gets the
pick
pick.
loop.
It gets the reset into the forward smash. We have a lead now for Cruci, and he's going to set up the TNT on the platform. Tries to use that, but Rob just able to completely ignore the ledge trap. And Cruci very evasive here. Dominique is right on his tail, but not going to catch.
looks a bit shaky, too. There are some rolls coming out here that I don't typically see out of Dominique. Tries to catch him with the
Oh
side
my God,
B. This
Cruci
could be
is crazy
dangerous.
going for that.
Yeah, instead of just taking the stage positioning and knowing that Dominique's off stage lane, I'm like, I'm going to chase, actually.
Chasing Rob all the way off stage right there. That's wild. But good for Cruci. Respect it. One of the big things about Rob has in this matchup is Gyro just completely beats out Minecart pretty much every time. Wow.
The grab misses there.
And the no follow up after the jab, he could have potentially got something, but the forwarder doesn't spike. Oh, he just needed a little bit higher there, and now we're very close. He doesn't have a pick, though. No pick.
No pick. He has the diamond ready, but has to get the opportunity for it, and there it is.
And that could have been a back air, just a forward throw now. Cruci really close to getting this.
Just waiting it out, taking that stage position. This is a scary, scary situation, and I like what Cruci's doing here. Build up, get that iron online, keep the threat going. The forward air is still not going to take it. Rob's a heavy, heavy character.
Faking out that TNT placement, but knowing that Rob can just go so high, it didn't want to use the materials, but the minecart finally gets it, and Cruci taking the first game here over Dominique.
That is crazy. We're seeing some other characters on screen here in the top right. We mentioned earlier that we liked watching riddles and pools, and the good news is we're getting it.
Yes, but I mean, this Banjo already taking the stock here, definitely holding his own a little bit, and could potentially make some more happen. I mean, Banjo's a character that we talked about Magic Bit experience earlier. That's a Magic Bit experience character if I've ever seen one.
Certainly, but you might not need the matchup experience if you know Electric Wind God Fist into that up smash.
Yeah, no amount of Magic Bit experience will save you from that one.
Definitely not. Although I do feel like Banjo has a more projectile zony type game, and Kazuya can struggle with that. I don't know if we're going to end up seeing it, though.
I know people who swear Banjo Kazuya is like -2 for Kazuya.
Really?
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me. You just have to find a good Banjo, and that side B is not going to catch.
Oh, no, Cruci. Oh, he's fine. All right. He accidentally upbeat. I think he was trying to mine or place a block and just accidentally upbeat right almost off the stage.
Yeah, Riddle's taking that with a down air off the very clean. But we've got Dominique trying to. This is looking like it's going to be the set to watch. Dominique and Cruci here. Dominique is, if I'm not mistaken, seeded to win this.
Oh yeah. Dominique is seeded significantly higher. Dominique is the 129 seed, which means he's seeded to just barely not make it out of pools. He's the I believe the first person seeded to not make it out of pools.
Yeah, which is a big deal.
The literal first person.
Which means he also could be the person that decides, you know what, that wasn't fair.
Yeah.
I was going to make it out of pools.
I mean, it's one seed off, right? It's literally him versus Zan to make that. So we'll see. We'll definitely see that match later. But for now, I mean, he's got to. We might not see that match later. Right now, Cruci is the one who's trying to put himself into that position to keep going in bracket.
The second backer is going to be able to take it. We saw a weak bit of tools there coming into play, giving Dominique a second lease on life. But if you're going to land the second one, it's going to kill.
Curious, it's character first here, right? Not stage
It
first.
is character first.
Good.
Yeah,
Well,
big fan of that.
Riddles versus D&J. Riddles has actually swapped characters over to this Terry.
I like that choice.
And, we were talking about how Kazuya struggles a little bit getting in on Banjo, but honestly, it feels like D&J's been doing a lot better in this game than he did in the previous one.
Sorry, you'll have to excuse. Dominique and Cruci are fighting deep off stage, and it is just a treat to watch right now.
Oh, yeah, this game going crazy.
This game is
gets the forwarder,
nuts.
almost gets another one. Oh, misses the belly land for the Elytra, and now Dominique has him in a bad position. Cruci finally getting out of there, but no, gets caught with another up tilt, and this disadvantage is fairly tough. Oh, big minecart goes for the up smash. And,
just barely catches Rob's stubby little arm there.
yeah.
Very good for Dominique. Does catch him coming out of there, but the up air is not going to take it. Not at that height.
Yeah, definitely something that needs a little bit more juice in it before he gets it. Up throw.
Yeah, that should do it for sure.
Really? Well, I'm a little surprised. I don't think that DI was great. I think you could have lived there. Forward air.
Oh, you're going deep off stage.
Really good option there for Dominique, choosing to not mash until the very end and get out of it right at the bottom of the blast zone, where it's really difficult for Steve to chase you.
Yeah, Steve is not going to be able to make it back all that low.
He can.
Steve, though.
He can make it back from anywhere.
Rob, yeah, well, that is true if you know the tech.
Yeah, I'm sure Cruci does. But it's just dangerous. It's dangerous to go out there because if you miss, you might die yourself, and it's not a risk that it's worth taking sometimes.
But Rob, not a whole lot of risk there.
Yeah, exactly.
Just press the up B button. Tap B as you go up. I want to point out, just as a quick aside, Healer and SkyJ is going on. It was a pretty close game there. Healer is one of the best Mars in the world, and it's not really a matchup you see very frequently, so it might be interesting to check in on every so often.
Yeah.
But Cruci, evening up the stock count here.
MK Leo versus SkyJ at home?
Exactly.
No, I mean, where's Healer from? Do you know?
That's a good question. I do believe it's from the States, but I could be wrong here. Someone in chat will surely know better than I.
Yeah, somebody tell us where Healer's from. Right now, I mean, this is looking a lot better for Dominique, but we do know the power of Steve means at any point this could turn all the way around.
Yeah, especially as he's getting the space to start to mine here. Oh,
Yeah,
but that actually should do it.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah, Healer definitely holding his own in this game, but whoa, DJ. DJ's up a game. Sorry, not up a game.
Up a stock,
up a stock,
yeah.
I mean.
And
Yeah.
very interesting here, we saw Riddle switch back to the Kazuya after game 2, so something must have happened there. That, or maybe you just kind of want to warm up more of your characters.
You know, actually, I have seen Riddles do this before, where he literally just oscillates between the two characters, just switches back and forth every game. So that's certainly a possibility. And yeah, good catch there. If you shield that, it can be really dangerous.
Definitely. Oh no, we're not going to see the Nair train off
Xavier's
stage.
back. This is a potential hot set. Xavier versus Remy.
Oh yeah, this is Oregon, right? Both of them. Remy, a very talented Lucas player, and Xavier, obviously rocking that Wii Fit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly how their sets go, but I'm a big fan of both of their plays, so I'm looking forward to this match for sure. Man, a lot of good matches going on already.
So literally every one of these matches is definitely worth checking out right now.
Oh, Rem.
Rem, that is not Remy.
My bad.
Okay.
Rem.
Interesting.
Ah.
Also plays Lucas though. That's kind of funny.
That is definitely funny. And the exclamation points look a
little
lot
bit like
an
eyes.
eye.
Yeah. That is funny. Yeah, Cruci actually took Dominique, understandably, to FD. Good Minecraft Steve stage, but Dominique took the first stock super. I think it was a 69% kill with back air.
Let's go.
So
nice.
That is, yeah, very nice.
Very nice
Very nice indeed.
And Riddles, even though being down that stock, did find his way and eventually eliminating 3-0. And SkyJ also looking to make this a 2-0 victory for him. Healer might have something to say about it, but it's still down a whole stock.
Yeah, and Marth, just not really a comeback character in my mind. Especially against Skyjo, you really have to earn it unless you get some of these early kills not coming through, and that, Darkest Lariat's going to finish things out there.
Very Dark Lariat.
Very Dark Lariat indeed.
Possibly the darkest.
Some have said. Some have said.
It has been said. Oh, but this game in the top left is really looking a lot more even. Xavier versus Rem, and now definitely a challenge for Xavier, who's trying to get his way through this matchup. And I don't know, it seems like Rem's positioning is just really evened out all of Xavier's aggression. But now that the deep breathing is on the Kaioken, I feel like it's going to turn around a lot.
Definitely could. You have to be super respectful of deep breathing because it is it's a baby little Arsene,
Yep.
It's really, really strong. And wow, the up B actually doing a fantastic job.
What
but
a
the
snipe!
real edge guard comes in with that side B. Fantastic stuff from Rem, who I'm just checking now is 169 seed here. Again, nice. Yeah. Ooh, the
good
ball.
setup. I really like how he uses this ball to just extend the hitbox of his down B and just make it a little bit more tricky for Rem to recover through. But right now, I mean, Rem is just keeping this pressure going and resetting super well. The thing about Lucas is he has a lot of combos that are like kind of real, kind of fake, and you have to be so good at like resetting after the combo and figuring out what your opponents are going to do out of hit stun, because you don't quite have the advantage or the speed to follow up a lot of these moves, but you're in position to do a lot more if you can keep fighting them.
It's like a Pikachu Nair like landing also required a little bit of a read. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Which is why he sucks.
Yeah, not exactly the best character in the game, but certainly in the hands of Rem, it's looking really, really solid right now. Xavier, obviously no slouch there. You still are going to have to earn this win.
This is a really dangerous position for Xavier. I mean, we fit a very good character out of the corner, but at the same time, Lucas is so good at pressuring you when you're there. So that like sort of dichotomy of, Lucas being really good at hitting you in the corner and Xavier being really good out of the corner. I'm interested to see how that goes. Oh, that is almost
With
shield
deep
bro.
breathing, that was a scary, scary move. But
Sweet spot fair.
That'll
Does
do it.
69%.
And,
Very nice.
we've
I'm
seen
not wearing my 69% shirt.
tragic.
Tragic.
We're seeing actually a bit of a swap up in the bottom left corner as Cruci has gone to Incineroar. Wanted to join SkyJ. Maybe he saw that SkyJ won that game and was like, you know what? Maybe Incineroar is the move.
That is a wild choice against Rob.
It's interesting. Especially,
I mean, Steve Rob is probably pretty close to even, I would say. I played the matchup a lot. I think it's relatively close to even, but I don't know. Rob and Sarah, I don't know. Okay.
maybe it just feels like that early kill might make a difference, especially, character first here. You had the opportunity to go to a smaller stage. That was terrifying. And it, does save the jump. Thank God. For a moment there.
Definitely holding my breath on that one. But yeah, SkyJ is going to finish Healer off 3-0. No surprise here, but unfortunately for Dom, isn't going to get that. Isn't going to get the down air connection. Hey, hi SkyJ. Good to see you.
SkyJ is such a wonderful player.
love
My
SkyJ.
goodness.
I'm a big fan.
That might be it.
Oh,
Yep,
no.
just finish off with there's the back air, and
brutal.
that's just going to do it.
It'll happen.
It'll happen.
Hey,
what are you
the
going to do there?
experimentation, took a nice solid game at the beginning, and sometimes you got to mix it up, but unfortunately sometimes your mix-up mixes yourself up. And yeah, JV3 stock for Dom there, not deterred by the SkyJ influence.
No, actually, I imagine if you're Dom there, you see Cruci choose Incineroar, and you're like, oh, thank God.
Oh, let's go.
That's awesome.
I don't have to find
That's
any more
great
speed.
for me. Xavier, on the other hand, has had a much better start to this game. Has been doing a fairly solid job of keeping Rem out of play, not being able to get the combos going that Rem was able to do before. That was terrifying. There's a lot of intangibility on Lucas' up smash there, so trying to challenge is crazy choice.
Yeah. You gotta be all the way out of range for that, or just completely shielding, and if you want to be sure. Good absorb.
Ooh, great absorb.
Yeah, something we're definitely gonna be looking out for is that Sun Salutation just being thrown out in neutral, not something you want to be going for too often. And yeah, really good usage of the snake tether. I think that's gonna be a big thing in this matchup. It's just it makes it a lot harder to edge guard, because the normal up B for Lucas is really easy for Wii Fit Trainer to deal with.
Certainly, especially with the intangibility on the legs that Wii Fit gets with down air. You have some options there. And, soccer ball being a damn nuisance off stage.
True.
Yeah, Rem kind of unable to get this first stock off of Xavier here.
Yeah, looking for this ledge trap, goes for the up B. And okay.
Okay.
The threat of the up B was enough to make Xavier have to be a little bit more creative with his recovery, and that ended up in a little bit of an ST. Forced mistakes.
Ooh, and a
huge
great read.
Keeping it going, but unfortunately, that's the thing about Lucas combos. They're not always true.
And Xavier capitalizes on that for sure. You're like, I'm pretty sure I have the advantage here. I definitely did. We've got deep breathing Wii Fit online here. But off stage,
Big opportunity.
and the
Reflects
soccer ball.
Doesn't get the freeze, but still has an opportunity here. Just barely too high with that down air. I think he could have been a little bit more aggressive with it.
I'm surprised I haven't seen down smash at ledge pretty much at all with Rem, which is surprising because that is a incredible two-frame option.
Yeah, I think he's been preferring forward as the two-frame option. I'm not sure exactly why. I know down smash is a little bit more telegraphed, and you can't mix it yourself up as much. But okay, should be an upbeat through, but not gonna be punished. So good work there, and does catch the roll in, and we're still looking really good in this ledge trapping situation for Rem. Down smash, you see it, but yeah, just not in the right timing.
Yeah, and the part about down smash that is truly a negative is it's more committal. You're not going to be able to get the option to throw out the F tilt and then maybe mix up something else at ledge.
Oh, wow.
That is disgusting.
That whole big sequence from Rem was just all for naught as, Xavier just takes that with a tree pose.
So that deep breathing up smash.
It's still weird to me that the way that the hitboxes for Wii Fit Trainers moves work. After all these years, I'm still like, really?
Yeah.
That tree pose just has a giant scoop box and just kills from everywhere. Oh, man.
Ooh, we're seeing another group take the stand here. JDV and Krieg. JDV obviously #1 in Washington
All right,
State.
this is a fucking set right here.
Yeah, this will be interesting. And Krieg, what can you tell me about Krieg?
Krieg is a box player from Utah who plays Send every week, and he beats Send every week.
Really?
Not every week, but most of the time. Most of the time recently. And he plays Marth and Roy. Just really, really incredible player. It's just super, super scary to play against. Finds, really, really precise in his movement and his options, and just gets these absolutely ridiculous kill confirms. I mean, he is really, 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 really strong player. At this point, I could definitely see him take a set off JDV, but JDV, on the other hand, needs no introduction in the PNW, is an absolute beast, especially in pre-locals. I feel like he's one of the pre-local kings.
He's the pre-local god. Has won pre-locals before. It's just a monster on the sticks. But one of the things I want to talk about, especially, we don't have a top-level Roy in Washington. We have I think the closest thing we would have to it is Frank, who plays Crom, and occasionally Roy. So not a lot of Roy experience in general, at least not locally. So we'll have to see what that ends up looking like here. It's a very even game so far, and gets me really excited about what the set's going to look like.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the only matchups that Krieg actually picks Roy in. He picks Marth in almost every single other one, so I'm a little surprised to see the Roy here, but I'm sure, given that, how much time players had with this bracket, this is a thought-out counter pick. He knows he is at least trying this in the first game to see how it goes. Maybe he'll switch over, but this is not I might just pick Roy. He thought about this.
Yeah, top players are going to study who they might run into, who they could run into if upsets happen. They are ready for everything, and
yeah, this is like a round 3 match, so I'm sure that they were definitely expecting this match to happen on both sides.
We've got Bell in hand, though, and that can be scary. Does avoid it. Roy's pretty evasive. Got some fantastic movement on that character. But it also is starting to slip away here. I want to turn my attention towards Xavier and Rem, as Xavier has just kind of been a monster this game. Rem has been unable to get pretty much anything started, and Xavier is firmly in the lead. Could seal it out with a JV3 here.
Yeah, this is a crazy turnaround from the previous games, where it just feels like every game Xavier's getting even more and more ahead. So definitely expecting Rem to need to pull some absolute crazy stuff out to take another game in this set, or Xavier's just going to run away with this one. Meanwhile, JDV gets the Pac-Man Classico, just that bell into F smash. I mean, it's so difficult to avoid the bell. You're just like, oh, why don't you just not get hit by the bell? But it's never that simple. And even the Galaga, even that was just, he was ready for it. He was sitting there. He was like, there's no way this will hit me. It actually has a random angle that it goes the second swing around. So it just actually had a really low angle that time, and JDV was able to follow up on it and get a huge situation here, leading into 81%.
Yeah, this is really, really huge for JDV. All of a sudden, this game that started off looking pretty even is no longer looking even.
Yeah, I mean, Krieg is certainly struggling here. I do wonder if this is one of those things where he's hard set on the Roy for the whole match, or if this first game does not go well, he might switch it up.
You said it before. You kind of have the option in a best of 5 to test things out, and I think Roy is a great character to be like, okay, maybe this has the stuff, but not for game number 1. Not now.
Orange is deceptively very good at edge guarding characters with that big hitbox, because it just sort of like trades with them, and trading with the fruit is not where you want to be, because the fruit doesn't care if it gets hit.
It's not the character. There's no percent being added up there, so not an issue at all. Rem has been doing a really good job on edge guarding here. Xavier using the soccer ball to get back, but ooh, that should have been a much bigger punish, and instead 40% has been dealt out to Rem here and still in disadvantage.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Rem turning it around really well right now. I think the big testament of this game is going to be when you get the stocks, right? Like, it's just a matter of both these characters are somewhat hard to kill, with Wii Fit Trader being, I think, especially hard to kill if you don't find a huge opening. But a good absorb there is going to make it so Lucas is a little bit more healed up. That heal sort of dwarfing the deep breathing heal, as it's like 30% versus 2.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, we've got a bit of an issue.
This is
trying
the
to get
Krieg
back.
switch back to the Marth, and this is sort of what I was expecting after that first game. It went reasonably well at the beginning, but just didn't quite get the ending he was hoping for. And now that JDV is fighting the real main, we'll see how it goes.
It's interesting that we're on Town and City. This is Krieg's counter pick, so Krieg wanted to go here, and I don't think that's a good idea because of things like that. JDV has essentially Final Destination right now on the ground and earlier kills off the side. Marth will like the earlier kill, but...
Yeah, I'm a Pac-Man player, and I love Town and City.
Yeah.
I pick it versus almost every character except for, like, Terry.
Yeah, exactly. Terry, Roy, honestly?
Terry and Roy, yeah.
But this is rough. Interesting time to switch over to the Marth. And it's not looking great so far. Meanwhile, Rem has taken a lead for the first time since game number 1.
Oh, and big opportunity here for Rem. Down smash? No, not going to connect. I feel like that's, even though he had the right positioning and timing, it was just, I don't think that he actually could have hit Xavier with the spacing he was at. So, unfortunate.
Definitely possible.
And now we have Kirash versus Beastly. This is just a button check over there, but this is another match that I expect to be really interesting. Another one of those high seed matchups. This is going to be seed 57 versus seed 73. So certainly something that could be a big matchup. Wait.
Yeah, Beastly noticeably did make a really good run at the pre-local last night.
I thought Beastly played Diddy.
Does play Diddy.
Maybe he's just warming up with Ness.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see.
We'll have to say, yeah. Who knows? JDV gets a key snipe there, and again, Krieg's counter pick is just not going well for them right now.
And okay, here's the big opportunity for Rem, but does not find it. Xavier hunting with these forward airs. Oh, man. It's already getting 44 damage, and you have to be so careful in the corner. Xavier will end you for one small mistake. This lead could be gone in an instant.
And it's starting to look that way. Xavier going for it all with that F smash. Doesn't end up finding it, but could have been a really, really rough situation for Rem. Because Wii Fit with Rage, especially if they end up getting that deep breathing online, can be threatening. But
yeah, and we do see Beastly with the Pocket Nest coming out. I know a lot of Diddy Kongs don't like the Luigi matchup, so I'm not super surprised there. But yeah, this is an interesting pick for sure. We'll see how it goes. As Kirash is from Southern California. Do you know where Beastly's from?
I do not.
Okay,
no.
for sure. JDV taking another game here, 2-0 up on Krieg, even with the character swap. But I mean, bringing it to Lost Stock this time, so a little bit closer. Oh, and right now the River Dance is coming out. Oh, this is a huge damage on Xavier. Rem is really stepping it up this game compared to the previous two.
Which is surprising. It's hard to point to what has actually changed here other than Rem's had some insane punish games so far.
Yeah, I mean, especially with things on the quad stream, it's just like I can't see everything, so I'm not always watching it. Oh my god. Wow.
That's it.
I thought he was just going to get a grab out of shield. I was like, oh, he punished. Did you just grab back throw there? He was like, no,
I got
I'm
a bigger
get
punish.
6 moves and then a grab. My bad, homie.
The percent wasn't quite where I wanted it to be yet, so I'll fix that. Yeah. We also have Jojo the Hobo playing in the bottom right corner now. Jojo, again, Seattle.
Hometown favorite.
Hometown favorite.
Except if you're a TO.
Been many times where I've been looking at the time and being like, we got 10 minutes till we're supposed to get kicked out of here.
Come on, Jojo.
We're waiting out, but that's okay.
All right, going into this game right now, and a forward air trade. No, Krieg falls all the way off the stage to a forward air trade. That is a horrible start for this game if you're
just
a Krieg
20
fan.
seconds in, and that's just it. That's super, super unfortunate for Krieg.
And, I mean, Pac-Man is one of the most difficult characters in the game to get a comeback on. I mean, just so good at just eking out a bunch of extra percent and making sure that, you don't you don't have any opportunities to come back into it.
Ooh, especially, just stuck in this corner. It is interesting that we stuck to Town and City after, I would say, a fairly convincing game number 2. Was it last stock?
Yeah, it was last stock. He brought it back a little bit.
I don't think the percents were that convincing.
I mean, still, though.
I suppose so. But Krieg off to a little bit of a rougher start here. Has potential to bring it back, but JV is not going to make it easy. What happened in the bottom left?
It looks like a controller disconnect.
I'm looking over. Yep. We got some
And they have opted
questions.
to just go back into the game.
I like it. A gentleman's like, no, we're good. There wasn't a huge advantage there. We can get it back.
I respect it. Me personally, nah. I'm taking that. We take those.
Yeah, that's a stock, buddy. Yeah.
And Krieg does get this stock. It evens it up a little bit. Still a huge percent deficit, but I mean, certainly a lot better position than a stock deficit.
And Armo on the bottom right, unfortunately, just SD'd here. Jojo's got a huge lead there. I think what's really interesting is the top left is a completely different game once again.
Yeah, what the heck
What
happened?
happened? What happened?
I look away for a second, and Xavier's already basically won the game.
Which is incredible. Like, it's still definitely possible for Rem, but this is a really difficult comeback to make. I think going deep out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this one's gonna happen, homie.
Any Rem believers in chat? Any Remmers?
Hey, I'll look at the chat. Chat, any Rem believers?
We'll have to see. Does get caught with that neutral B. This could be. I don't know, man. This is a tough one.
Wait. Hold on a sec. Let me direct your attention to the top right, where JDV and Krieg has somehow come back into this game after a 0-to-death on the other side, and is already making this game look really even. Good weight there, but the Apple does get the kill. That's, man, when Pac-Man mains have their opponent at 150%, they want one thing only, and it's disgusting. It's an Apple.
It's an Apple. Hey, Apple. Here we go. Xavier also does end up taking it 3-2. That was a hot set over there, but Krieg definitely has an opportunity.
First game 5 of the tournament so far, on our stream at least.
Yeah, who knows what's going on over there?
Yeah, anything could be happening out there. But yeah, JDV Krieg, I feel like Krieg is certainly a player who just will find these stocks out of nowhere, and it'll be like, I didn't know Marth had those.
I love how patient he's being too, right? Like, still maintains, like, I have the advantage here. I have the lead. I'm going to pick and choose when to go in. I'm going to make it count. So.
Yeah, I don't think that this is a type of match that we're going to see a timeout in by any means. But the advantage was there for Krieg for a little bit, but now it is absolutely dead even, just 0.2% separating the two of them. Ooh. And, big opportunity here for JDV.
A tipper could separate JDV from the 3-0 he was so desperately looking for right now.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. Oh! That's going to be it, fellas. Wow. I mean,
find.
What a great way to get that shield break. I mean, that is one of those things that I was talking about. Krieg has a lot of tricky little movement setups, tricky little timings. to be able to get that kill really early.
And we got to consider for a fact that JDV started off that game 3 stocks to 2.
Yeah.
Completely
Yeah,
0%.
literally
Yeah.
0%. Just got that forward air train off the side. And there we go. Krieg shield break. That's a classic.
That's a
Krieg
classic.
Krieg loves shield breaks. I mean, it's so good with Marth being able to get that tipper neutral B. It just does so much.
You know, JoJo is doing a pretty solid job against Armo here. I did see an SD or 2 in the first game. A little bit of struggles at ledge.
I mean,
but
that's a Crom special, right?
That's a Crom special.
I mean, but also killing people like with that up B, for instance. Like he could have just killed JoJo there, and nobody knows when it will kill or when it won't kill.
Dude, Crom players look surprised when it kills.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Truly,
Like,
no
I
one
killed.
knows.
No one knows. No one
Like,
knows.
oh, that's interesting. That's
It's
cool.
It's just a mystery. But all right, we talked a little bit about how Pac-Man really likes Town and City here, and JDV actually just opting to go straight back here. This is a Town and City set, which is a little surprising because it's full TSR, which means they have been gentleman'sing to Town and City the last 2 games.
That's hype. I love that. I love when both players feel like they're confident on that stage, right? They're like, you know what? I like this stage. You like this stage. We're going to keep it going.
What do you think about the? I kind of have a philosophy that when that's happening, one of them is wrong.
I do think one of them is wrong.
One of them is wrong.
And
I don't know which one it is right now, but
my
one
heart
of them is
says it's
definitely wrong.
Krieg, but Krieg has been proving me wrong.
Yeah.
So who knows?
maybe he knows something we don't about Town and City.
Realistically, the bans here, if you're playing against Pac-Man, you're banning FD, for sure. No question about it. And the closest thing to FD after that is Town and City. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, Kalos is also there, but I think
Not in this rule set.
Oh, right, not in this rule set. Oh, man, I forgot about that. That's great.
Ooh.
Oh, huge kill for JDV. And yeah, there's been a couple of things where I just feel like Krieg is a little bit uncomfortable in the matchup. Like against Galaxian specifically, I felt like he is just multiple times gone for a little bit too aggressive of a posturing and has gotten hit by it when it's when he has like a full second to react. And that's very, very dangerous because Pac-Man just takes those little tickles and makes them go a mile. And another time, he had plenty of time to react to that one, and just did not quite get it. So
Not respecting the option, really.
yeah, I mean, not respecting a literal thing that is already out there.
Yeah.
Like you can see the thing flying at you. The spaceship is right there, and if there
just
wasn't a
barely.
platform there, I think that would have done it.
This is a bit of a mountain to climb here in the
It's
keys.
over.
Yeah, that's tough. He's
I'm
got
not-
Apple ready.
I'm not gonna believe it
Ooh, okay.
until I see it. Till I see it. If Krieg can prove me wrong, I will.
This is JDV's game to
I'll
lose.
be very impressed, but no, not gonna happen.
Kind of free after that up B at ledge. Not a particularly good option, but JDV taking it 3-1 over Krieg.
Yeah, good showing from Krieg. I feel like on a different stage, maybe.
Perhaps.
Might
Okay,
have been different.
Beastly. Whoa, this is actually a close game number 2 here.
Yeah, Kirash getting the first game over Beastly, and that's a pretty significant seed swing. I mean, I think Kirash is seeded a lot. Kirash is seeded a lot lower than Beastly, but I mean, not that much. I mean, it's only like 25 seeds or so. But at the top level, at this high, those 25 seeds matter a hell of a lot.
And we also have to consider the fact that even seeding-wise, there are some just bad player matchups you can run into. Like, clearly Beastly does have a good nest, does take game number 2 there, but is a Diddy Kong player. Like, that's what we associate Beastly as. So being forced into a pocket character, that's sometimes a rough role.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. Right now, though, it's back and forth. I mean, I do think that there's an opportunity for Kirash to make this upset, but I don't know. I think Beastly has figured out the matchup a little bit more.
Certainly seems that way. And JoJo has been continuing to extend this lead. We've been seeing a whole lot of Town and City on this quad stream, which I like. I like seeing the early kills.
I'm a Town fan.
I'm a Town fan.
I would love to see all Town and City way more than all PS2.
Oh my,
Any
100% with
day.
you. Yeah.
And I mean, Armo doing a little bit better in this game. It feels like the last 2 games JoJo has sort of had a major upper hand on him, but Armo with his first lead of a bit, but oh no. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Yep.
Nobody knows.
I
Nobody
wasn't
knows
sure.
why.
I was
it's
waiting.
good.
I was like, maybe?
Maybe. Who knows?
Oh, that's
impossible
for
to
sure
tell.
the stock, though. Yeah, Armo knows it, goes towards the ledge. We've got an even game here for game
Oh,
number
yeah,
3.
by the way, bottom left is actually 1-1. 1-1, by the way.
1-1, yeah.
Production should be fixing that quickly. Thank you, production. They're listening. Don't worry, chat. We got you.
Ooh,
Oh,
this is huge.
Yeah, really, I feel like Beastly's been using a lot of this PK fire to catch Kiyorush's recovery, and it's been working out really well. Been getting a ton of % of that. But Kiyorush, a little bit of adaptation, going for that Cyclone, and now turning around. No jump, I believe, for Beastly. It should be dead.
Yeah, no way back after that one. Yeah, I'm just going to take it closer to the blast zone, knowing the limits of the character there for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a really heads-up play by Kiyorush, going for that reversal. I talked earlier about how when you're always going for reversals out of the corner as like a newer player, this is a lot more common. But when you do it judiciously, when you choose the right time to do it, it makes a huge difference. And that time, Kiyorush got a big stock out of it.
Yeah.
By the way,
Knowing when to
JoJo
mix
just
it in.
full SD'd trying to go for a kill on Armo when he was even in stocks. I don't know why he did that, but now he is down in stocks.
That's a JoJo classic right there, honestly. We love. There have been a number of really close JoJo sets that I can think of where, for whatever reason, JoJo will SD the last stock, and you're like, oh, why'd you do that, JoJo?
He's like, I knew what needed to be done.
It wasn't my time. Ooh, good find from Beastly. That's a huge stock lead right now.
Yeah, up in the top left, coming in here, we have Riddles versus Seabrick, and that's the first time we've been seeing Seabrick, but a couple times we've seen Riddles already, and this is already looking really, really good for Riddles, though.
Yeah, pretty solid. Me Brawler is one of those characters that has to come in. Even, I believe,
It's in his name.
we haven't seen. Yeah, exactly. He's a Brawler. He's got to get in there, and
See ya.
Riddles is going to love that. You come in with Kazuya, he's going to capitalize.
Yeah, don't want to be fighting on Kazuya's terms, that's for damn sure. And you're kind of forced to as Brawler.
Yeah. I am curious. I haven't seen the shot put yet. I don't know if it's the shot put or the, I don't know what the name of the move is. It's like 1,000 fist punch or something.
Yeah, Mach Punch.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet either. I think if it was the shot put, we would have already seen it, so I'm thinking the Mach
Certainly.
Punch. Oh, wow. He just ledge trap with Dragon Upper.
Yeah, he only got the light hit there. That could have been the full stock.
That's wild.
Ooh. Scary. And yeah, on
And
the head,
not using Grupper as well as the up B. We're seeing Tornado Kick.
yeah, which I think makes sense against heavier characters, right?
Okay, sure.
Because you can get kills off the
Yeah,
side like that.
Okay,
Yep.
I like it. I like it.
All right, but 99%, you kind of need a lot, and Kazuya is not a character that you can make even a single mistake against typically.
Yeah, but I mean, right now he's doing really well. Oh,
Ooh.
does get the. I think that was the regular wind gun, not the electric one. But okay, this
Yeah,
should be it.
that'll
Yep,
do.
just up B. There it is.
All right, Riddle's taking game number 1 there. Pretty close there. Definitely has a lot of. I have faith in
Seabrick.
Seabrick there. We got opportunity.
Yep,
Yeah.
and now Kiyorush versus Beastly is
Final
really
stock.
close here,
Oh.
and that's gonna be back there. Yep. See ya. Oh man, he hit him with a. Is that still called the tri-state twist?
The roll behind.
Roll behind back throw? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's been a bunch of names for it, but yeah, hit him with that little bit of a twister.
I believe here in the PNW we call that the Elite Smash.
The Elite
That's it,
Smash?
yeah.
All right.
Roll behind F or grab.
I mean, hey, when it works out offline against one of the top 100 seeds of the tournament, I call it a little better than Elite Smash. We'll call it the Smash Bros.
Yeah, we like that. We like that. Smash fan. Ooh, wow! Hits the up tilt up air, which, for the most part, if you're not getting the boomerang, Toon Link doesn't have a ton of kill confirms, but up tilt up air is one of them at a very specific percent against
Yep.
very specific characters.
I think every character it will confirm, but not all characters it will kill.
Yeah, kind of like a. Actually, I was gonna say the Booyah with Inkling, but it does not work on every character.
Really?
No.
There's some percentages that it does. There's
Yeah.
some characters that it doesn't work at any percent.
At any percent. There are some where they have double jump armor out of it. You can switch for
okay.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of characters where I'm pretty sure there's just no percent. I think at Pikachu it's like at exactly 100% and nothing else.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got Town and City versus Terry once again. But, I can see with the Tornado Kick, maybe it's not that crazy.
Oh, yeah. That definitely makes a little bit more sense. I can see it.
I know Brawler's pretty good on the stage as well, so as long as you're not using a Thrupper moveset.
It's great. I feel like if you're not playing on FD, Brawlers are pretty happy with any stage. And I'm sure FTP out there is somewhere like, actually, FD's pretty good if you've got this moveset against these characters.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, me community.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Ooh,
Yeah, there
okay,
it is. Okay,
there
Mach
it
Punch.
is. That answers that question. The back air. Ooh, I don't think that was a strong hit.
Yeah, and right now it's He's kind of letting it rip a little bit on Seabrook's side. That's 4 times in a row. But I mean, finally getting a nice hit. But still, I mean, this is so scary to go against a Go Terry on Touted City. Yeah, that just a little bit of easy up Bs. Rising uppercut.
Very solid. I was going to say we haven't seen him punish it yet, and then he immediately punished it into a full stock.
74. All right. Was it worth it? Was it worth it picking Touted City? Answer me this.
No, it couldn't have been. It's character first. He knows he's Terry.
I know.
That's crazy.
And not only is it character first, it's also full DSR, which means that the stage Touted City is currently technically banned for the rest of the set. I want to see if he goes back. What do you think?
After that, I pray.
Please don't go
pray
back.
he doesn't
Please
go back.
don't go
Please
back,
do not go
Seabrook.
back.
Oh, thank God.
I'm
Thank
begging
God.
you.
Thank God.
Smash. But we got a smaller stage. Very handy for me brawling, but it just kind of feels like anything that benefits Seabrook here is also going to benefit Riddles in some way.
Yeah.
Ooh, JoJo, that's it.
That was nice.
That was a good find with the F tilt for sure, because Grom comes up before the actual hitbox does, so just any hitbox will do it.
Yep, got to get him in the dome.
Beastly has been looking really solid here on this Nest. This could be his set here.
Yeah, I mean, Beastly is seeded to win, so not super surprising, but we have to be really careful as Kiyorash how you recover versus the yo-yo. He's been doing super well against that. I haven't seen him got hit with like a big yo-yo kill yet, but this is a bad position to be in. The PK Thunder is really dangerous, but gets a misfire and still managing to get back. Parry though, resetting the situation. Beastly has been doing so incredible of a job in the corner, but Kiyorash has been answering really well. You have to be so careful. You don't have any. Oh, no.
No, it's still not enough. That's very shocking. I won't lie.
Oh, and nice. The drift in almost gets caught by the forward air, but Kiyorash still manages to get out with the Cyclone, but still the back air does it. Ness can hit any button on his controller and get the kill at that percent.
But I will say,
really nice
Kiyorash
read.
did a great job evening up the percents there, because just based on survivability alone, it seemed like he was going to die a lot earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, Beastly's defense is kind of insane.
Really hard to get back. Like, it feels like BC is finding a really tough to get into these openings.
Yeah, I feel like every single option Kiyorash is going for, Beastly is just completely ready for. And with the exception of the occasional Cyclone out of the corner, it's just been really, really impressive from Beastly. And now, this is just a single confirm away. Whether it's drag down up air into back throw or just a ledge guard right here. Might be enough to get it done. And that's
Nick.
the tail. One more hit. Oh, okay. Nice job by Kiyorash getting out of the corner like that. But still, Beastly hanging on to the stock.
Yeah, the dash attack is going to finish things off here, but 117% is a lot. You got to consider for a moment, though, this is Luigi. All right? There are few characters where you're really worried at 0%. Luigi is one of them. Because there are some options, but
Goodbye.
that'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, but still, very scary position for Beastly to be in there. You know, just a grab could end that whole game for him. And okay, we have another set up here.
I'm stoked for this one. All right,
Yeah,
so
Pack Street-
Riddles was a quick 3-0.
Yeah,
we didn't even have to really pay attention.
That'll happen.
But Pack Street, they are an amazing Min Min and Pac-Man player out of Vancouver.
Okay.
I think it's Surrey, but
Yeah, I've seen
the
I've
BC
seen them.
area. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them at the Grand Slams.
And I don't know exactly how much snake experience they have there. I can't think of any amazing snakes from that area.
I mean, I know MVD has come to Grand Slam.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's about all I know of.
Ooh, and that's tough. So we are going to be seeing Min Min Snake. I do think this is going to be a fast, like, typically you associate Min Min Snake. That's probably not going to be the fastest game. These are two aggressive players.
Yeah, I certainly expect Apollo Kage to be playing aggressively until it's proven that he can't.
Right. Until that's not the right option.
Yes.
And we'll have to see what that ends up looking like here, because so far this is very favorable for a Okay, hold on. I may have been speaking a little too soon. Yeah. Pack Street does even up the stock count, 80% separating these two players right now. And Pack Street very comfortable in the center of the stage.
Yeah, I mean, if you can just keep Snake in the corner and all he can do is throw grenades at you while you're spamming your arms, that's definitely a position you want to be in as a Min Min player.
That's the kind of VOD review you're like, yeah, so what you wanted to do here was keep him at arm's reach and just do
Arm's
that the whole time.
Leave
Yeah.
space for Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus is very wide.
He needs a little bit more
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Ooh,
but
a lot
okay,
of damage to
really,
C4.
really good hit there. And now Nikita should be easily dodgeable in that position. This one might be a little harder.
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah, there it
that's a
is.
tough one.
Yeah, you just kind of hang it in that area where you know the tether has to come.
Yep.
And Polykago played that really, really well.
Packstreet clearly does have some decent matchup experience because I can see him trying to clink the Nikita with the neutral air, and that is something you can do a lot, and he was able to do it the first time, but the second time just a little bit too far away.
Ooh, assumed Polykago was going to go a little bit further than they did there, but doesn't end up coming through.
Yeah, Packstreet is they're doing a really good job right now of keeping Apollo Kage off stage, and
waiting at these air dodges really,
hold on,
really well.
They almost got him.
Yeah, he's swinging that big nair, which will absolutely kill here.
Yeah, and
Ooh,
that's a
and
shield break.
Yep.
Easy kill here. Doesn't even go up to the platform to charge the Mega Watch. Just like, all right, I know what kills.
I know this move will kill here. Yeah. Ooh, Nikita again being an absolute nuisance for Min Min off stage. Okay, he does get the down tilt to find some some space in.
Yeah, and now we're just one hit away from Apollo Kage taking the stock, but Packstreet and just this character in general, Min Min, has a really good ability of just getting you off stage once and just obliterating you for every single mistake you make. And right now, 69%, that is the Super Saiyan percent, but is it enough for Apollo Kage to take this game right now? Oh,
Not quite, but you get
swinging.
grabbed. That'll be it, too. We're past the 160 threshold. Down air doesn't connect all the way. Could have killed
Snake
there.
sucks.
Oh,
there you go.
there
Never mind. It connected into the next down air, right? Yeah.
He finished it out.
finished
It was like,
off the down air.
I was going to wait on that one.
Wow.
Appreciate Apollo Kage letting me know that it would, in fact, have killed there.
Yeah. Cool.
That was
cool,
nice.
cool.
That was nice.
Appreciate it. Again. Absolutely homie.
What are we looking at time-wise here? Are we going to have more people join the quad stream? Or have we gone too far through this bracket?
No, we're fine. These are all winners matches.
Oh, yeah.
There's still going to be losers matches to be played. There's still a lot going on. Don't you worry. Plenty of Smash Bros. Left in this quad stream. At least I assume so. They got to be putting more matches on here. They can't just leave us with this.
All right. Packstreet, I am looking behind, has some BC behind them right now. So
yeah, and on the
great
other side we got some snake enthusiasts. On the other side we see Rocky and
literally
Jonix.
dressed like Snake. You're like, oh, I wonder who he's rooting for.
Yes, Jonix is rooting for Apollo Kage.
Okay, this is I love the idea of Town and City here. You want more space if you're Min Min, and the kills off the side are going to benefit you more than they'll benefit Snake for the most part.
Going down with the neutral air.
That's so far
Good
out.
defense with these grenades, and now Apollo Kage turns the tides. But Min Min is a character you have to be so careful about ledge trapping, because sometimes those arms will just be in the correct position to stop you. And
Yeah. What was
you
the
always
option
think
there? Yeah.
the first one, you're like, oh, I can neutral get up. They attacked. Nope.
You
There's
gotta
another
wait.
one.
There's another one coming. It's actually on the way.
It's
You gotta
always
face
ready.
that.
That's the most common way I've seen people die against Min Min. It's just neutral get upping into the second arm. Oh, and
Ooh,
we
we've got a
the
full
full
screen.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Good parry, gets that kill, and now Apollo Kage is definitely in position to even this game up, but has to keep the pressure up right now. You do not want to give Min Min the time or the space to get into that position and get into that flow where they can just keep going with the arms, keep you at bay. And okay, down tilt as a punish out of there. I'm surprised we didn't see a grab back throw.
Or up smash, right? Like
Yeah, I mean, up smash at this percent's not killing, and your vertical advantage versus Snake as Min Min is not great. So I think definitely you want the horizontal advantage, the offstage advantage, but I don't know.
I just don't think grab would have hit. The grab is slow with
It
Min,
is really
especially
slow.
shield grab. Yeah.
You're right.
And I've seen enough of Packstreet's grabs miss where I might be afraid to throw it out. And again, another one coming through and not quite hitting.
How fast is down
That's the
tilt?
whole thing. I mean, I think it's the fastest tilt that Min Min has for sure.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know.
It's not that fast. Yeah.
You have to full drop shield for it too. So
That's another like 5-6 frames. Yeah.
yeah, it's 11, I think.
Ooh. Is
Anyway.
it really? Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway, right now it's just a very, very good position for Apollo Kage. Just needs one more big interaction to secure this game, as he's been proven to be so destructive off stage. Back air here. And
Oh
just
my goodness, the up
grabs
tilt.
that with the up tilt, gets the kill, even with that good DI. Snake's up tilt's really deceptive with where you have to DI. You have to DI behind Snake, which is really annoying, but
Yeah. Some might say it's a good move.
Yeah.
Some people have said that.
Some.
That's what they're saying. I don't know. I don't know if I believe them, but.
What do you mean they?
Yeah, we're going right back to Town and City. It was interesting. Pack Street had a really solid start there.
Yeah.
Had the first stock, started the second stock off pretty well, but just unable to get that second stock off. And Apollo Kage had no problem getting those stocks off of Pack Street.
That's definitely one of those things that Snake has as just a general character trait. Is it? You will live for as long as you long as you let him. As long as you're not getting like an explicit kill confirm. And speaking of hit confirms right now, really good hit off that grenade. But as long as you're not getting an explicit one, your Snake will live for a very long time.
Ooh, yeah, you can't re-grab the ledge too many times, and unfortunately, that's going to outright cause Pack Street to lose the stock really early.
I think that might have been a dead zone thing.
It might have been.
I'm
but
not sure.
I've seen some min-mins complain about the re-grab there too, so
Yeah,
we'll
I think
have
it
to
was
see.
only 3 regrabs, and I think you're a lot more than that. But regardless, it's still not a great position for Pack Street as we find them off stage again with another kill. Oh no!
Yeah, it's
okay,
outright gonna do it.
I think that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for the Pack Street fans at home. This is pretty much almost insurmountable lead for Apollo Kage right now. Although, I mean, it is Min Min. We have seen Min Min get some early crazy stocks, but I'm not expecting to see it.
Ooh, got the nair, but with the faster version, a little bit weaker. And yeah, getting stuck at ledge versus Min Min can suck sometimes for that exact reason.
Yeah, and
Ooh, that's
once
a huge
again,
trade.
yep, just gets that.
Oh, we
really
got a
nice
C4.
stick. Where is it?
On
Watch
Snake
your toes.
now.
It's on Snake. Okay, yeah. Switch back. Just switch back again.
I think it's on
No,
Min
I
Min
think it's
right
on
now.
Min Min still. Yep. Okay, good shield. Not getting hit by it. It's always crazy when it's swapping back and forth between them. You got to be watching every second. And now Min Min's off stage. Oh, I think he might have been going for a neutral air there, but did have the grenade in hand. So just gets the throw. But another stick.
Another stick. Oh, yep. Doesn't blow it up immediately, just keeping that fear in Pack Street right now.
I mean, the thing is, if you can get one hit to convert into it, it's so much better.
I think, yeah, it's on Snake now. Stick it on the forehead. Oh, and that.
Should be it. Nope.
No,
Tries
waste
to
it
win out
out.
the air
Yeah.
dodge, but
Oh,
okay, yeah. It doesn't matter. Pack Street, third time, not able to tether back to stage, and Apollo Kage is going to take that with a nice 3-0 victory. And Rection, are we getting any more sets, or we got one more set? Okay, cool.
Fantastic. Yeah, it would have that would have felt like an unfortunate one to finish out on.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
Certainly an unfortunate one to finish out on, but yeah, I think there was some opportunities for Pack Street, just not getting them all the way as far as he wanted. There was a couple situations where Pack Street just overcommitted slightly, or Apollo Kage just made a really good read. Sometimes you don't get exactly what you want.
For sure. Now, can you tell me about either of these players here? We got Asita and Yason. I believe Yason might be a Lucas player. That is what comes to my mind. I could be wrong.
I do not know either of these players.
Might be a losers match. We'll have to see. Who knows? all we know is we got this is the first round of pools, and it's pretty much gonna be finishing us up here. The best of 5. Some people were worried. Some people were worried we weren't gonna be able to get through them, but
We got cacked here.
we got cacked here.
Literally
Things are running
impossible
smooth.
to not run smoothly.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
we're looking it up. We're doing the research.
Pulling up the bracket, seeing where these guys are at.
Yeah, we got
All right,
pool
A3.
A3. I'm also. Did we get no Akola?
We got no Akala. All right, so this is one more match after this gets to top 128.
Gotcha.
So Yason versus Asita. Honestly, I might be butchering both of their names. I don't know how to pronounce them. We're gonna do our best over here.
Please, Jason. Please pick Lucas, so I feel like
You're right.
I know. I just want to feel right for a moment. It's
Not even
looking good
close.
for me. I do want to point out we got if we scroll back. Oh, never
What's
mind. I was gonna root on my boy SW who was playing against DNG
Nah, you
there,
got 3
but
O's. Get out of here.
yeah.
Get out of here.
That'll show me.
Smackdown done by DNG.
Ooh,
Okay, yeah, wow. Robin versus Rob. And this is definitely a matchup where one of the characters is a little bit higher in the tier list than the other one.
Just slightly.
Just slightly. And right now making that differential known as 94% already on this Robin, trying to go for the side B off stage. And that was
hold
actually
on.
really lucky that
book.
that was the last hit that he took off stage because, yeah, I mean, the Robin had no books left, no air book.
Alright, that could have been dangerous. Instead, we're finding the up tilt and the up air. Acida, even if it's up, it's got to be an Acida, right?
Yeah.
We've got to commit to it. Yeah.
Acida. That's what we're calling him.
Right.
If that's wrong, I don't care.
You can at me later at Fate Ziggy, Acida, if that's. Drop a follow while you're there.
Yeah, but right now this is just a simple, a simple back and forth projectile game for both these players. They're both playing at that range where it's like, I don't want to commit into actually fighting you. I'm gonna try to keep you at bay from the distance. But okay, had the gyro in hand. I don't think intentionally had the gyro in hand.
No, maybe didn't look like it would have been a good follow up off of one of Robin's best moves right there, catching with the side B.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was probably an attempted forward air or back air maybe, but hard to say.
Yeah, not looking super comfortable with the Rob gyro in hand is Yason, but does get that second stock.
It's actually a little bit surprising to me because I feel like of all characters, like Robin is a character that utilizes an item like gyro the most often.
Ooh.
And going for a little bit of a shield break there, but just enough to get back into this game. And wow, I mean,
sudden.
Yason is really just stepping it up right now.
Yeah, has the lead after what was surely a very dominant start for Acida.
Super unfortunate that there was no Levin sword at that point because I think an up smash might have killed, but didn't have it.
Okay, wow, the up air, almost the strong up air, almost finished things out there, but didn't quite, and Rob's won't either, thankfully.
Yeah, but this is a really bad position for. Oh wow, okay, nice job by Yason using that little thunder to get back out of that position, and something crazy is happening on the other stream. I don't know what it is, but
the whole venue's looking.
The whole venue's watching.
So we are watching Yason and Acida. Yeah, I'm so curious right now. Definitely make sure you have both streams up right now because something crazy is going on. Xavier maybe?
Versus Xavier.
Yeah, that would be crazy. But
yeah, that's what it is.
Yep. Ooh. Huge foundry for Yason. Oh no, that's gonna be the whole thing.
Acida unfortunately gonna fall right there, and Yason, after a very shaky start, is going to take that first game.
And so, for the people that are only watching our stream right now, for some reason, you should have both open. This is a game of 5 last hit situation with Xavier and Peanut, and obviously things are getting a little intense here. I'm not sure if the crowd mic is picking it up, but people are excited for a reason.
Peanut's off stage right now. Xavier's got to grab. Isn't going to get the kill yet. They're both at kill percent for sure right now. And Xavier gets the dash attack. And that's it. Pops off, literally jumps off the stage into the crowd. And yeah, Xavier takes it. He's going to make top 128 winner's side, taking down Peanut. Congratulations to all of Oregon's fans.
What a fantastic. Oh, what a win. That's got to feel so huge, especially in your home crowd behind you.
Yes.
Wow.
Incredible job by Xavier there. Now up tilt, up air. back to this match right now. Yason versus Acida, and I mean, last game was pretty back and forth. I definitely feel like Yason picked it up a lot after the first stock and sort of found his footing against Rob. Rob's a character where his threat zones are kind of a little bit strange, like knowing what places he can hit you with. So I'm interested to see if that picks up into the next game, or if this ledge trapping is just going to continue as the jump off ledge gets caught by the back air. Rob's love doing that one. It's just so dangerous to be holding onto the ledge against Rob. And he's going again.
And the downer doesn't quite find his mark, but I'm getting a little bit of deja vu because this is exactly how the last game started with a little bit of a twist. The twist is that Acida does not let go. That is a full 0 to death. Yeah.
So nice. He did it twice.
Ooh, a lot of pressure with that Nair. Very hard move to punish, especially with Robin, who doesn't have the best out of shield game, just that Nair out of shield.
Yeah, not the fastest, not the best, but still pretty good in certain circumstances. And one interesting thing I'm noticing is Yason's going for the rapid jab all of these times instead of going for the gentleman's, which I normally see Robins go for to try to save the book. You know, just the air book is a little bit more of a resource that you're looking for.
That's a valuable thing to be losing. Oh no, the jab block. This is a huge game for Acida.
All right, his game's over. I'm calling it.
Oh yeah.
Haven't been wrong so far.
No, definitely not. All right, so this is looking like an even set, but that was not an even game. That was not even close to an even game.
No way.
That was rough. Acida taking it 3 stocks to 0. But we've got some more games to work with here.
Yeah, I mean, If that game is any evidence, there's either going to be a character switch or this is going to be a little bit of a wash. But I don't know. It was like, what happened? What was the difference between that game and the previous game?
I felt like Yasin was just completely unable to get out of disadvantage that whole time.
Yeah, he got hit one time and then just obliterated.
I think the big difference there was Aceta's tightened up the punish game a little bit. Wasn't missing as much for sure. So we'll have to see. Let's see if he's able to keep that up. There were a couple of missteps in the first game. Like we saw the side B not quite work off stage.
Yep.
And there was an SD, of course, but
yeah, that'll happen. But I mean, it still felt like it was even footing most of the game. Like after that first stock, Yasin really like picked himself up, dusted him off, dusted off his shoulders, and really got back into it. But I don't know, man. That second game was just an obliterate. That was the most dominating game I think we've seen since Xavier like brutally 3-stocked someone.
that was brutal. Definitely a brutal game. Yeah. That Nair will lead into side B at ledge.
Goes,
yeah, we're
going
just
for
waiting.
forward. No, goes for the down air.
Ooh, okay.
Almost got a return reversal of his own for Yasin.
Yasin's like, I got a down air too. They both miss.
Classic. Classic Smash Ultimate. I throw out my down air, you throw out your down air, we both miss. We move on.
Go next.
But okay, this is a lot more of an even game. Definitely more of what I was expecting after that first one. And now, like with this slightly bigger stage, Yasin having a little bit better of a time and does find his way out of the corner, fighting with the forward air and answering back. Just needs one more big hit to get the kill. Good DI on that up air. And still just, though, the advantage is kept out. 3-piece.
Okay, just using the side B. Super active move, and there's no hitbox on the going up part of that. So good stuff from Aceta. A little bit of knowledge there. I will say, we have seen a couple of item combos like that from Yasin. It looks like he just knows about Robin item combos. Yep. He has no interest in the gyro. He's like, I don't know how to use that thing.
It's basically the same item.
Essentially, yeah.
Like, it's just a better version of the books.
Ooh, okay. Scary situation, stuck at ledge, but Rob has the resources to kind of delay when he grabs the ledge, so that ledge trap is not as effective.
But still, managing to get the kill. Oh, have to be so careful here. Side B, you cannot be being so aggressive with your recoveries against Rob. He'll eat you alive for that.
You know what I love about Aceta so far? Min is going for it. Look at that.
Yes,
he does. He is holding forward. This is not a campy Rob. He sees the opportunities to go for the down airs. He's like, I could probably hit that. He doesn't often, but it looks cool.
He's gotten one.
He's gotten one, yeah. And I respect it. It's awesome. Some good gameplay.
Oh man, this is so brutal for Yasin. It feels like every single time he's in neutral, he's doing totally fine. But the moment advantage state starts, just the character differential is clearly apparent. And yeah, just more Rob stuff.
The recoveries were just so rough for Yasin in that game. It felt like he was doing his best to mix it up, and Rob just has a couple of different options that'll catch you out there. The side B, the down air, the gyro at ledge.
He's talking about how he wasn't hitting very many. He was like, I got another one for you.
Yeah.
One more.
Excuse me, Caster. Shut up for a moment. I got this.
Shut up, Caster. You don't know shit.
We're going to FD for this game. I'm thinking we were seeing a little bit more benefit for Yasin out of the longer stage of PS2.
Yep.
So you kind of see that a little bit more with FD. No platforms for Rob, but
I think Rob's really comfortable on FD, but at the same time, this is a really good Robin stage, so I'm not surprised that we see this one. It's a lot easier to get your L-Fire confirms, but I also haven't seen Yasin go for very many of those, so. Oh, we got a Sopo chant going on. Who plays Ice Climbers? Is D-Tier?
Big D is at this tournament, but I don't believe he's playing right now.
Yeah, D-Tier's in this bracket.
Oh, D-Tier, nice.
Yeah,
that's
interesting.
not I heard
there's
D, and I have
there's another D. Yeah, another. He's from Reno, or wait, no. I don't remember. No, Sacramento. My bad.
All right, so pretty solid
Somewhere
start so far for
colleges.
Yasin. This is looking like a much more even game than the PS2 game. But, yeah, back to this corner, and that up smash is going to find its mark. The dash tag is super duper unsafe, never going to cross up.
Yeah, we talked. I mean, even if it crossed up, still got to scoop
Oh,
up
yeah.
there, too.
It's got both of them. What does that move not do?
Yeah,
That's a top-tier moment.
definitely.
Oh.
And top-tier moment indeed with these down airs and neutral airs, just invalidating the character. Finally getting a little bit of a movement mixed up there with the B reverse, but it's still not enough to really get you out of trouble as this grab comes out, up tilt, up air, not connecting, and managing to find his way out of this is Yason, but still has a stock to climb as he takes that first one. Not quite there yet.
92% of extra credit is pretty solid for Acida, but, I mean, I really feel like Yason, on your counter pick, you have to be coming out the gate swinging, and that's not what I'm seeing right now. This still feels like Acida firmly
no.
in the driver's seat.
Yeah, making that first game definitely look like a fluke as Acita's just keeping this state going, keeping this advantage state, keeping this lead. And even when there is a hit coming out of Yason, it's a trade at best.
Yeah, truly. Oh, doesn't even get the punish there. There have been a couple of things here, especially the side B into the neutral B not landing there, which are just like outright flubs from Yason. Just a little bit of a misplay.
Yep, and going for just a nice little jab reset, keeping it going. Oh, just
Ooh, wow.
so aggressive out of the corner, and every time Acida's been eating that alive.
I love the way that Yason is playing, like, so, there's a word I'm looking
Reserved?
for, like mysterious. Like he's mixing things up a lot more in terms of what he's going to approach with.
Yeah.
There is a word for this, and I'm totally blanking on it.
Okay, I believe you.
It exists, I promise.
Ambiguous?
Ambiguous, that's it, thank you. The approaches have been a lot more ambiguous, and I love seeing that from Acida. This is rough, man. What are you going to do?
POV, you're in the corner versus Rob.
Ooh, the up air not finding its mark. It's still possible. I've seen some Robin combos before.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's possible. It's just a matter of, like, is he going to do it? Is Yason, does Yason have it in him to keep this going? Because right now, it feels like the disadvantage has been so scary. But, okay, this is an opportunity. Gets that grab. Doesn't get the 11 nair off of it.
Acida's been throwing out a lot of bigger moves here. That's a
Down
commitment,
air.
and you're going to die for it.
Oh, man. All right, Yason. I see you. Wow, okay.
Yeah, this is the game
Good
5.
answer. Really, really good.
That was a really good answer. I was just saying, Acida was throwing out some committal options there, and Yason finally gets the opportunity to have a big capitalization on it.
Yeah, down air is one way to save a game.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's a strong down air too. You hit that spike.
The 11 dare. 11 dare is right there. Okay, I mean, I feel like we've seen every iteration of the way this game match could go, except for a big Yason favorite
Hey,
match.
maybe it's time.
We saw Acida completely destroy. We saw close game where Yason wins. We saw close game where Acida wins. Now we need to see, maybe we see the turnaround. Maybe we see Yason come out swinging hard for this game 5.
I'd like to see it. We're starting on small battlefield, which is just a great stage for Rob. One of the best.
Yeah.
I also haven't been seeing like a ton of gyro combos out of Acida. Hasn't been getting the Z drop gyros, but it might not matter
Fine.
if you get
Nope, it's not
spike
fine.
after spike.
I mean, all right, the first one was fine. Second one, not so much. And yeah, okay, starting off really, really good for Acida, but answering back really hard. Getting these big 11 damage combos. Sobo cheers are coming out again.
Something's going on over there, and I love it.
It's I mean, I'm pretty sure it's D tier. I
It's
know.
gotta be, yeah.
I mean, he's the only ice climber I know in bracket right now.
Ooh,
And
tries
good
to
DI.
hit that. Yeah, good DI on the nair. Could be
But,
really tricky.
Big
That.
spike. Oh, okay.
Thank God you have a good enough recovery for that. But man, oh man,
He's just like, Caster, I heard you say I didn't get enough down airs. What if I got 5 in one game?
Wouldn't that look silly? Wouldn't you feel stupid? Well, you got me feeling stupid, Acida. I'll give you that.
I love when people make me feel stupid. It's just like, all right, you go off, man. You go off. I'm happy for you.
You want to make me feel real stupid? Hit that gyro combo.
Oh,
now.
yeah. Let me see a 0 to death.
Not quite. We're seeing the space nairs. Honestly, if you're Acida here, you kind of want to just play your advantage. You don't want to go too aggressive, but that doesn't seem to be the type of player Acida is.
Acida does not like to take his hand off of the forward button on the controller.
No. And I respect it. That's
Yep.
it. 11 forward, they're still not taking the stock.
Yeah, I mean, it hits pretty hard, but you have to be in the corner to actually get the damage. And
No way,
okay.
not again.
Another one?
Oh,
Another
try
chance?
again.
Oh, he wanted it. He really wanted it. And now Acida does lose his first stock of the game, but it is still a huge differential to come back from, even more so than that last game where we saw the saving grace of the down air for Jason. And now neutral air gets up.
Ooh, try to go for down B, I think?
I think that was attempted Nosferatu, but it just was not close enough.
Ooh, again recovering the dare, just barely missing, and the up smash won't.
Wow, that catch is rolled too.
Good move.
All right, yeah, pretty good move. And
move, good
Asita taking that 3-2, but with two like crazy dominant games as well. And one of his losses was with an SD. He almost hit that crazy 4-0.
I truly feel like 3-2 does not do the set we just watched justice, right? Like, you'd be like, wow, that was a really close one. But at no point was I ever like, Asita is not going to win this. Asita just felt like he was going to win that for sure. It was looking like the better player.
Sure. All right, well, that is going to be it for us. Thank you so much for watching this this round of pools, the first one getting going here at Port Priority 8. I'm Jet the Jenga God. You can follow me on Twitter at JetSSB, and this is Ziggy over here.
Yep. At Fate Ziggy on Twitter. And again, we've got another set of pools coming up. I hear that the tournament organizers calling it out, so don't go anywhere. This is going to be a hell of a tournament to watch.
Absolutely. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon. Peace.